Go ahead and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we vested up over here. 365 degrees at Tony Talks Vested Up. Come on, Vesters. Yesterday was day 40 for Carmelo Anthony, wrongfully convicted. Today we're still standing with Carmelo Anthony on day 41. And as I say, Black America, and to everybody that supports Carmelo Anthony, awesome job, awesome job. He is still behind bars. So as long as he's behind bars, we have work to do. We're going to continue to meet, and we're going to continue to bring light to this case and keep pushing forward, because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it, okay? So 40 to 41 days, wrongfully convicted. We got 34 days left. When Tony Talks Vested Up, where you get this from? It is a very strict Texas law when it comes to the appellate courts and the law. So let me go ahead and go ahead and read this for the algorithm, and then we're gonna keep moving forward. Let me slow down. First of all, it's Monday. How you doing, investors? Let me slow down. First of all, it's Monday, investors. Today marks day 41 for sincere Carmelo Anthony conviction, with approximately 34 days remaining before the current appellate deadline. We will take a closer look at the strict requirements of the Texas Appellate Law and what must happen during this critical stage of the case. This live stream is going to explore the legal process. We're going to talk about, I'm finally going to be able to talk about the Honorable Sid L. Harle. I've been calling his name Harle, but it's Harle. We're going to go over that information, and then I'm going to go over some more legal information. So like I said, I hope you got your notes, your drink, and your vest. Okay. And then we're also going to discuss the appellate timeline. The difference between clerk reports and trial reports. Just hold on. It is a different. So let me go to the comments. Say hello for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're gonna move it directly into the slides, because I got some good information for you. Okay, let's go. Come on with it. Woo! What's up, Betty Boo? Good evening, Tony. Investors ready for that fire? Woo! What's up, Lil QV? Ready for that fire? Wait me to leave yet. I got some other investors dropping that fire in tonight. Come on with it. Y'all already know it's Monday. What's up, Justine? I'm going to try to remember the time stamps, okay? But I got you. Hello, Tony Investors. Great love. Yes. What's up, Slimmy Slim? Hello, Tony Investor. Oh, yes, I have my coffee. I got my hot tea. Just in case my throat decides to act up on me tonight, which is now, that's why I'm trying to move it up back to 7:45, so I can give my esophagus a longer time to rest in between the lives. But welcome, Slim. I ain't forgot about you. What's up, protected by God? How you doing? Hey, Tony Investors, with love, yes. Hey, how you doing, Linda McClain? Greetings to you also. Yes, who, me? Yes, you. Good evening, Tony Talks. Okay, here we go. We got our first scripture for the night. Psalms 37:32. The wicked watches the righteous and seek to slay him. Listen. Psalms 37:32. The wicked watches the righteous and seek to slay him. Is that why this is day 41? Is that why even on day 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, you see where I'm going? We still had trolls in here. Even though they can't stay away, we still got trolls in here. So that means we still got work to do, because, hey, guess what? A investor contacted me. So yesterday, they put on one of my videos. They said, Tony, thank you so much for continuing to stay the path for Carmelo Anthony, because she's saying that the haters and the trolls on their platforms are saying that the Black community has forgotten about Carmelo Anthony. I said, what? She said, yes, there is the other community that think we have forgotten about Carmelo Anthony. Let them believe that. They can believe all they want to believe. Let them believe that. But thank you for that. Thank you for that, Rob. Psalm 37:32. The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall fear? That sound like that came out of Psalms 95 or 91, but I know the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall fear? Who shall I fear? Nobody. Nobody. What's up, SDP 1208? I've been missing you. I hope you are well. Hello, mods and chats. Virgo Princess, you caught that live I did last night. Welcome to the first Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports Edge members only live last night. I hope you caught some stuff regarding the first segment. I hope we didn't speak over your head. Hey, sis and chat, good evening, everybody. I got through the chat. You know what? Let's go ahead. As I stated, today is, now popped up in here. Hey, Teresa. Good evening, Miss Tony. What's up, Red B458? Hello, Tony with the T. Tony with the TTT. Come on with it. No one left behind. The village is here. I don't know why they thought. Listen, let them think that we have moved on. Or we forgot about Carmelo Anthony. The next thing you know, in 34 days, it's the reason why I'm saying 34 days, it's going to be a major update if it's not going to happen before. And that is a significant date that I want to remind everybody. And if you was in the members only live stream last night, you already know where I'm going. You already know I'm going because you already got the information before the live tonight, okay? Homie, that's what they want to happen, but that's not going to happen. Not all of us got a short attention span. Come on with it. They saying, you mean to tell me. Now, all of them don't think like that. They know we still rocking for Carmelo. They said, you mean to tell me the black community is steadfast on Carmelo Anthony after 41 days? We're going to say, yes, we are. 42, 43, 44, all the way up to 75. 75. Tony Talks, why you keep calling out 34, 75? I'm finna tell you why. God bless you. Thank you so much. You knew Sweetie, yeah, label. I hope I got that right. Yes, I did. I seen the Who Live. The whole live. Okay. What's up, Tony Investors family? Hey, blessings to all. Say it loud. Free Carmelo. Y'all, we got to continue to put it in the algorithm. Free Carmelo, Sincere Anthony. Self-defense, wrongfully convicted 41 days ago, and we still pushing. Say it loud. Free Carmelo and expose the crooked liars. Yes, you seen the whole live. Gotcha. I am that somebody. Hello, we are here to stay. Amen. What's up, Den Daddy? No, you ain't Den Daddy. You the diamond one. I'm sorry. Hello, how you doing? I thought you was Den Danny. Perfect timing. Let's go ahead and get in these slides. And for all of the new investors, if you popping up in here, that means that you have subscribed, right? So if you missed it, go ahead and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because it's Monday and we're going to take notes tonight. We finna take notes tonight. Let me go ahead and start. I'm trying to tell you. Shirley, free Carmelo. Come on with it. Now, if you didn't see that live, this is one of the videos I was telling you about on Saturday that the trolls came in and destroyed it. But here's the thumbnail. Let me go ahead and move this down. Here we go. It says targeted. Black male athletes under target. This is the thumbnail. So whenever you get a chance, sometime during this week, please go out and watch this video. I did this video, I'm going to say, that was last week sometime. It was in a live. I snipped it up and I made its own separate video. So please go out and listen to why I said that they are targeting young black men. Let me go put everything on silent. Hold one. Okay. Oh, Lip Q. Lip Q Vanity. Thank you so much for the love, sweetie. Thank you so much for the love. But you know how I roll over here. But thank you so much. Thank you for being double vested up too, okay? Thank you so much. Got my phone going off early. Now, this is what the path to the justice. Now, this live stream I did about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Very good information into that one. Now, here we go. Let me go and put mine up right here. So last night in the live stream, for all of the members, if you didn't have time to go out and watch the members only video last night, it's sitting out there waiting for you. The first hour, we covered the NFL and Shador Sanders and what's going over there. If you follow NFL, the first part is for you. The second part is the Carmelo Anthony and the information that I discussed regarding Daniel Erving. Before this live and this afternoon, I was looking for the affidavit, but 2 young men was arrested in connection with that case. As of now, only for tampering with the physical evidence, which was throwing his clothes in a tree line in a ditch and destroying his cell phone and trying to remove all communications between them and him. Okay. If you caught that live, also I found out probably about 2 or 3 lives ago that he actually was a very strong swimmer, So to Miss Tameka Erving, if you don't know, Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports, I will also be doing updates regarding your son case over here along with the Carmelo Anthony case, because I will not forget that young man. He, as you don't know, 48 hours before or 24 hours before his demise, his murder, I'm going to call it a murder, he was about to go ahead and go into the U.S. Army. But I went out looking for the affidavit. I'm still looking for the affidavit. Since it is an ongoing case, I may not have an opportunity to get it, or they may not release it. But whatever I find, I would definitely come over here and bring you updates on that case every time there's updates on that case. But we're going to be fighting for him too, Mr. Daniel Erving. Very good. The information that I've got so far has been good information, but of course, it's not the Carmelo Anthony case. That case is 1 year and 2 months behind the actual event. This case here with Daniel Erving is brand new, barely, we're going to say 63 days old. So, of course, I don't have any exhibits. I don't have any photos to look at. But what I do know, he was a very good swimmer. He was on the swim team. So that's all I need to know. They should be charged with first-degree felony of murder, premeditated murder, Texas, because they picked that young man up. They took him to that location, and I'm pretty sure they already had the motives and the premeditated motives to take him out. Because when it happened, they didn't call 911. They didn't call his family. If they picked him up at his house, they didn't even have the decency to go back to his house and tell his mother what happened. Premeditated murder, Texas. We watching you still, Texas. So Miss Tameka Erving, your son's case is on my radar, okay? Your son's case is on my radar. So Justine, that was about 14 minutes. Justine, 14 minutes. Let's keep going. Now, this is the meat and the potatoes of the case. This is what I've been trying to get to in the last 2 to 3 lives. We did touch on this, but I wanted to dig deep into it. But all Saturday, the Vesters took over that live, and we kept talking and chatting, and it was a very good live. But I want to go ahead and dig deeper into who the Honorable Senior Judge Sid L. Harle is. Okay, we already know what this is. The order of assignment by the presiding judge to have him look over the motions to recuse John Roach. Okay, let's keep going. I'll give it to you. Now, according to the court record for this week, the defense filed a motion to recuse John Roach after filing for the motion for a new trial. Now, this is also that we know on July the 14th, a state judge assigned an order of assigning Senior Judge Sid L. Harle to preside over the motion to recuse John Roach. Okay? Now, why does this matter? I say, and I truly believe it is because there was so much corruption around Collins County, allegedly, right, for educational purposes only. They had to move it out of that district of jurisdiction to make it seem fair and impartial because so many people is watching this case. All right, the slides are back up. The slides are back up. The slides are back up. Okay. All right. Now, it says the defense normally files a motion to recuse a trial judge, right? This motion is referred to an assigned judge, which is Judge Harle, to decide whether the trial judge should be removed. Now, here we go. If Harle denies the recusal, John Roach remains on the case and would ordinarily continue with the post-trial motions. Did y'all hear me? Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but I got to tell you both sides of the coin. If Judge Harle denies the recusal, John Roach will be the presiding trial judge over the new case. But I don't think that's going to happen, especially after Mike Howard's affidavit was submitted with the appeal case. And we're going to talk about that at the end of the live because that's going to play a very important part. Now, if Harle grants recusal, John Roach is removed from the remaining proceedings, all proceedings, and another judge would typically be assigned to handle the motion for a new trial and any other post-trial matters. Hold one thought. So Judge Harle is not assigned to the case that was in the 4th Court District. He was assigned because as the presiding judge of the 4th Administrative Judicial Region, Texas procedures call for an outside judge. This is why he was assigned. Texas procedure calls for an outside judge to hear the recusal motions in these circumstances. So there it is. It's Texas law that a judge outside of the region must hear the recusal of a judge that was over the case, the first trial, okay? And I like that. I'll support that. Now, let's keep going. Now, I want to bring this up here because from what I got, right, this was Lee Merritt. I want to go back to this. Listen to what he said now, because the way that he wrote this up on his post on X, it sounds like Judge Harle would do both. Review the motion to recuse John Roach and also the new trial. But if y'all get something different from me, let me know in the chats, okay? So this is what Lee Merritt said. A new judge has officially been assigned to oversee key post-trial proceedings with an S in the Carmelo Anthony case. Senior Judge Sid L. Harle will now hear the motion to recuse the original trial judge, John Roach, and determine how this matter should move forward. We are working tirelessly to ensure that Carmelo receives a fair and impartial process. And this development represents meaningful progress towards our ongoing efforts to secure a new trial and true justice in this case. So I'm taking it as Judge Harle may be over both of the motions, but we definitely know that he's definitely over the Carmelo Anthony motion to recuse John Roach. Okay. Hopefully he's the same guy, but we shall see. I hope he is. Let me see what the next one is. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay. I wanted you to see it multiple times. Now, this is what we went over again. And since the Vestals, they cut up on Saturday, I want to go over this again. It's going to be shorter because you already seen this before we get into the other things. Now, this is the expedited case. The expedited appeal process that Texas does have. Go over to the far right-hand side because a lot of you have seen this before, but go over to the left, the far right side. If you're asking about the Karmelo Anthony case specific, an expedited appeal would generally require a persuasive legal bias beyond the case receiving public attention. It definitely has the merit for an expedited appeal process in Texas. The appellate court would evaluate the reasons presented in the motions to expedite and decide whether accelerated review is warranted. I'm going to say yes. Now, in the 193-page appeal that we do know of that includes Mike Howard's affidavit, I didn't see anything regarding an expedited appeal motion, but I'm pretty sure, hopefully, once they get everything behind the scenes, hopefully it's already in the works. Hopefully, I don't see why they would not. Yeah. This is a very good question. I don't see why they would not entertain an expedited appeal for Karmelo Anthony, because if you go over to the first slide, it's the first reason it's not associated with this case. The first one, the second, the third one. Go to the fourth. Cases involving constitutional rights where delays could cause irreparable harm. He is a young man that should not have been convicted. He was definitely wrongfully convicted because of that gentleman's agreement that we all know about. It shut it down, okay? And then go to the center. Matters of significant public importance where the court determines that immediate review is appropriate. Once again, based off of Mike Howard's affidavit, that definitely should fit the reason, okay, for Karmelo Anthony to get an expedited appeal in Texas. I'm just waiting for it. Now go down to the middle. In Texas, a party can file a motion to expedite, asking the appellate court to accelerate briefings and considerations. The court has discretion to grant or deny the request based on circumstances. Texas, based off everything that we know in that gentleman's agreement, this should definitely fit. This should definitely fit the cause to file a motion for an appeal, an expedited appeal. But we're going to sit back and wait to see what Texas is going to do, especially Texas Appellate Court, if his new legal team files this motion. And I hope they do. Let's see here. So let's keep going. Now let's go ahead and talk about Sid, because there's some information I want to get to regarding him. Here we go. Hold on. Let me go here. I need to hold on. Justine, 27 minutes. The chats. Matthew 20:16. So the last should be first, and the first to last. The first last. For many to be called, but a few are chosen. Thank you, Lataria. Thank you. Amen, Shirley. Hey, how you doing, Tony Investors? God is working. Yes, Teresa. It ain't over. God said till it's over. Come on with it. Time, please. I got you. In other words, it was planned. Free Karmelo. Praying for the Erving family. Most definitely. Lord Tony, where you at? Trust me, I'm here. No, it's not over. Paul and Silas, Act 16:25-26. Paul and Silas were imprisoned in Philippi and chained to the wall at midnight while they were praying and singing hymns. God sent a violent earthquake to shook the. I know what you're saying. Shook the. Did it like this and the gates came open. Come on with the same thing. Thank you for that. I did not hit the wrong button. Who, me? Come on now. I hit the button like last time. I was just thinking the same thing. Listen, thank you so much, Diamond. Thank you. The internet went out and Tony is coming back. Please stand by. Come on with it. I got you. We hear you. Come on with it. We hear you. We hear you. What's up, Miss Mel? You are good. You are good. Thank you so much, Justine. What's up, Lady E? Crystal clear. Thank you. I'm sticking with him. Just look at the recuser for now. Thanks. How you doing, OG prisoner? Yeah, I've been looking for you. I got you. I've been looking for you. Okay, I caught up with the chats again. Let's go ahead. Now, regarding Sid Harle, if you have not heard this, let me go ahead and set the stage on who this judge is. If you've heard this before, just hold on tight. I'm going to get through it fast, okay? So Judge Sid Harle has developed a reputation for over nearly 4 decades as a highly experienced, disciplined, and even-handed criminal trial judge. While individual lawyers may disagree with particular rulings, as happened with any judge, the overall assessment from attorneys, court officials, and legal commentators, which I definitely got to find out who that is, have been consistently favorable. This is what they say about him: fair but demanding, strong courtroom management, experience in complex criminal cases, respected across the legal community, right? And he focused on fairness, and he's trusted with high-profile assignments. In my opinion, based off what I've heard about him, we could not have asked for a different judge to hear the recusal, and hopefully this is the same judge that may hear the motion for a new trial. But I'm not gonna. They may go ahead and send the appeal process up to the appellate court, but we haven't really heard guidance regarding the motion for a new trial. But if he's going to look over that motion, I would say Karmelo Anthony appeal packet would be in great hands. The dismissal is one thing, but to at least give the young man a new trial, especially when Mike Howard laid out everything in the gentleman's agreement, this is the judge. I would be happy with this judge. Definitely happy. Okay. All right. Now, here we go. Now, these are some of the main cases that Judge Sid Harle has presided over. The Michaels Morton post-conviction DNA case. He was in prison for 24 years, and he was exonerated by Judge Harle regarding DNA, right? They just didn't have enough to... His handling of the DNA evidence in hearing has often been cited as an example of careful judicial oversight. I still got to go through that case and find out exactly what was wrong with the DNA and why did they even keep him in there for 24 years, but that's for future discussions, okay? And if you know about the shooting that happened in 2024, this judge is going to be over that case too. The Uvalde school shooting criminal proceedings. And then we went over some more of this last night in members only, but it's something else I want to bring up to you. Go to the last slide all the way over to the right. Beyond individual trials, Judge Harle has also served since 2017 as the presiding judge of Texas 4th Administrative Region headquarters in San Antonio. In that role, he assigned judges, resolve recusal matters, and oversee judicial administrations across 22 Texas counties. All right, now, here we go. I told you I got something for you. So that is just a refresher. Now here is some information, new information. Here is the new information. Justine, 33 minutes and 11 seconds. 33 minutes, 11 seconds. We're going to go into... Oh, this is what I already read. This is what I read before regarding how he got... do I want to read this? I'll go ahead and read this. A judge has been appointed to handle the request related to Karmelo Anthony motion for a new trial and request to remove Judge John Roach. Now, I know what I already discussed. This right here could be a possibility that he's going to handle both of the motions, okay? Here's the current status. After the defense filed a motion to recuse Judge John Roach, Texas procedure requires that motion to be referred for consideration by another judge rather than having John Roach decide the recusal request himself. We already know that John Roach has already denied to recuse himself, which is why Judge Harle comes into play. The defense position is that an independent judge should determine both the recusal issue and, if appropriate, the motion for a new trial. We shall see, okay? Now that's all I want to discuss on that slide. Let's go to this one. Let me bring this one up here. Now, this is why I've been calling out the day 41, day 35, day 75, day 34, okay? Now, this is that timeline that I talked about, Justine. This is 35 minutes. The Texas timeline for a motion for a new trial. Here we go. Here's the meat and potatoes of tonight. The timeline. Day 0 is the sentencing. This is when the clock starts regarding the clock starts when the judge imposed the sentencing in open court. That's day 0. Within 30 days, we already know this has been met. The defense must file a motion for a new trial. The motion must also be amended during the 30-day period. We already passed that on July the 9th, okay? Within 10 days after filing. So we're talking about the 19th of this month, which was yesterday. The motion should be present to a trial court, although the court may also allow presentation and hearing later, as long as it is still within the overall 75-day period. So this, between the 9th and also yesterday, this stage supposed to happen. So we hopefully should get some information this week or next week regarding this phase. Now listen to this. This is the most important part of this timeline. By day 75 after sentencing, the trial court must sign a written order granting or denying the motion. So Vesters, tomorrow's day 42. If we don't hear anything, we're going to stay the course all the way up to day 75. I have already called out day 75, but let me go ahead and discuss this right here. If the court does not rule by day 75, the motion is automatically denied by operation of law. Okay? After that, the trial court loses jurisdiction to grant a new trial. I don't think that's going to happen. I definitely don't think that's going to happen. I don't think any judge is just going to sit on this and just let it die. Now, this is why I said that John Roach, his pride and ego got in the way. This is how I know that John Roach pride and ego got in the way, and he's probably kicking himself in the butt. Because as you see, he could have sat on this. He could have sat on this for 75 days. For 75 days. And by default, the motion for a new trial would have been denied by law. But he didn't. He didn't even read the appeal. He didn't even know that Mike Howard's affidavit was in that 193-page packet. That's who Karmelo Anthony was dealing with. Okay, now let's keep going. If a new trial is granted, the conviction is set aside and the case returned to essentially the same position it was before the original trial. Now, would I like to see Karmelo Anthony come home? If that is the case, he should be released, returned to home with an anchor monitor, the same state he was in before he went to trial. So fingers crossed on that. But like again, I said, I don't think it's going to, the judge, whoever the judge is, and that should already be in somebody's hand because we only got 34 more days before the 75 days is up. The conviction is set aside and the case returns to essentially the same position it was before the original trial. The prosecution can generally retry the case unless another legal principle prevents it. Okay, in the case like Carmelo Anthony, a motion to recuse the trial judge, already there. Request for evidential hearing, maybe that's in the appeal packet. I need to go out and see, but we definitely know, look at this, affidavits alleging misconduct. Let's keep going. We definitely know that's in there. We definitely know that's in there. Here we go. Now, let's see here. Now go down to the end. In case like Carmelo Anthony, go down to the next paragraph. Those issues generally has to be addressed within the same 75-day window. Let me tell you one thing. That means, and I got the date next. That means that within 75 days, matter of fact, we only got 34 more days. That's why every day I'm doing a countdown. Even the days that I don't come in live, you will know exactly how many days Carmelo Anthony has been wrongfully convicted behind those jail walls and how many days we have left for the 75-day window. This is a very strict law in Texas. This is so strict, they must follow this. But that means that we already know we're going to find out if John Roach is going to be recused. We're going to find out if the new trial is going to be granted. And we're going to find out how Texas is going to handle Mike Howard's affidavit. But this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. So remember, the 75 days already started. As of today, Carmelo Anthony has been wrongfully convicted behind bars for 41 days. And we only got 34 days left, y'all. We're talking about a little over a month. So stay with it. Okay, this is why post-trial proceedings often move quickly after sentencing. So thank you, Texas, for this. We don't have to wait another year. We don't have to wait 2 years. We don't even have to wait 6 months to see if Carmelo Anthony is going to get a new trial or just to see if it's going to be requested or denied. Okay. Now, this 75-day deadline is one of the most important dates in a Texas criminal case because it marks the end of the trial court's authority to grant a new trial on that motion. 34 more days. Tomorrow is 33 more days. Let's keep pushing. Now, Tony talks vested up. What is that day? Well, according to yesterday, when he was sitting behind bars, 40 days wrongfully convicted, 35 days from yesterday was August the 23rd, which was on a Sunday. I said, well, hold on, Vested. This was members only, and it happened just like this. I said, well, hold on. That's on a Sunday. I don't think a ruling would come down. I said, well, hold on. The Friday before that will be August the 21st. I said, whoa. Everybody, y'all know how I went. I kind of spazzed out in that live last night. Do y'all also know what happened in America on August the 23rd? Significant event. August the 21st has been the date of several historic significant events. Now, do I think it's going to take the whole entire 75 days? No. But if it does, this should be the last date this should be the date that we get the final update, which will be August the 21st. Here are some of the most remarkable. I don't need to go over those dates. It was only one date that I knew of that stuck out. And it was in 1831. Nat Turner launches the largest slave rebellion in U.S. history in Southampton County, Virginia. Now, if you wasn't alive last night, you already know what I'm going to say. What is the coincidence that Carmelo Anthony, we may find out and we will hear that Carmelo Anthony has been granted a new trial on the same day that Nate Turner launched the largest slave rebellion in U.S. history? Oh, my. Oh, Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Let me go ahead and go to the comments and catch up because matter of fact, we only got 2 more slides, y'all. Hold on. We only got 2 more slides. We only got 2 more slides. We got 4 more slides. So hold on. Let me catch up. And then, matter of fact, now, let me go ahead and give you all the information since I only got 4 more slides, and then I go to the chats. And then we can talk about it all. But I definitely want to know what's your opinion in the chats about how this thing may line up. That at the latest, we will know by August the 21st that Karmelo Anthony will be granted a new trial and what the next proceedings will be at the latest. We don't have to guess no more. We don't have to, is it going to be today? We would know definitely by August the 21st if we don't know before then. That, and on the same day as the Nat Turner largest slave rebellion U.S. history, oh my gosh. Stand up, Black America. We are doing our thing. Don't get distracted. Stay the course. Continue to push. Continue to say, free Karmelo, wrongfully convicted. We've done it for 41 days. I know we can do it for another 34 days at the max. 34 days left before Texas has to make a determination. Either they're going to grant it or they're going to deny it. And guess what, y'all? If they deny it, let's not forget now. Let's say somebody stupidly refuse it. Don't forget, number 3, if they deny it, it'll go to number 4. And if they deny it, it will go to the U.S. Supreme Court. So if this judge, whoever judge is assigned the official appeal, and if they deny the motion for a new trial, his legal team can go to number 3. If they deny it, number 4. If they deny it, number 5, which is behind me, which is the U.S. Supreme Court. So, hey, we're going to stay the course, okay? Let me go back to this slide. And I'm almost done. So that is the date to keep in mind. August the 21st. Now, here we go. Now, this has came up in members only, and I already told the members only I was going to share this information. So the question was asked last night, if the defendant requests a new trial, does the original court transcripts have to be part of the motion, right? According to this, educational purposes only, it says no. The complete trial transcript does not have to be attached to the motion for a new trial itself. How does this typically work in Texas? Motion for a new trial. The defense files a written motion explaining, which they have already done, what errors occurred, why the new trial should be granted, the legal bias for the request. We did see that. In those 63 pages, we saw all of that. The motion is often supported by, here we go, the affidavits. We got it. The exhibits, the documents, and other evidence that may not be presented at trial. Now, the last bullet, I don't know about, because from what I'm hearing for the appellate court, they don't hear new evidence. So I'm not sure, but in a case like this where it has been railroad, Karmelo Anthony is documented and filed that he's been railroad, I think this should be an exception to the rule, because they was not even able to bring in experts regarding his epilepsy, right? This order in court. So it may be a special ruling that they can put on top of that. And matter of fact, it may be already in there. I need to go and look. So we got some more digging into going to the actual appeal document for this information right here. So as of now, the complete trial transcript does not have to be attached to the motion for a new trial itself. So let's keep going. Almost done with the slides. Now, trial transcript. So I think I asked, trial transcript, what it is. The court reporter prepares the official transcript separately. We already went over that. When I played commentary from those two sisters in Atlanta, they basically said they do that on their own time, and it is a business. Basically, the courts do not pay them to draft up the trial transcripts. I know all of us, we was kind of shocked, but let's keep reading, because it is a difference between a trial transcript and the recorder's record. I'm going to bring that up. The court reporter prepares the official transcript separately. At the time the motion of the new trial is filed, the transcripts may not even be finished yet. This is why they don't have to be part of the motion for a new trial. Okay, the judge who presides over the trial already has heard the testimony, so the transcripts is not always necessary to decide the motions. Now, Judge Sid Harle, of course, he was not the original trial judge, so I'm not going to sure, but hey, I'm pretty sure he's going to look over that affidavit and that appeal packet very well. However, the transcripts become very important on direct appeal, where the appellate judges was not present at trial. Here you go. That panel, Texas Court of Appeals. If this is going to be a direct appeal, that panel, Collins County, somebody will have to produce the full, complete trial transcript within the how many days? 34 days, if the packet is going to go directly to the Texas Court of Appeals judge. 34 days, okay? If hearing on a motion for a new trial requires the court to review specific testimony. So that's going to be up to the Texas Court of Appeals to determine if they want to hear it, but based off this, on direct appeals, where the appellate judges was not present at trial, the transcripts become very important. Now, let me tell you one thing. If John Roach, he wants to be egotistical and prideful, and let's just say he don't even have the transcripts ready in 34 days for the Texas Appellate Court, that means that the Texas Appellate Court, the only thing they will have in their hand is Karmelo Anthony motion for a new trial, the appeal packet, Mike Howard's affidavit, and the documents and the exhibits. So they can say, well, John Roach, you didn't provide us anything. One thing we do have in hand is this young man's appeal. Granted, new trial. So if John Roach want to play that way, he's going to leave it up to the Texas Court of Appeals to only look at the appeal packet with Mike Howard's affidavit. Okay, it's granted. I don't have no trial transcript. Okay, it's granted. So if John Roach want to play that game, he better think twice, okay? Now, when would the transcripts be included? An attorney may attach relevant excerpts from the transcripts if they were supported for a particular claim, for example. Of course, we don't have that, but these are the situations. Improper jury instructions, improper prosecutorial argument, an evidence rooting a witness testimony, but it is not customary or required to attach the entire transcript to the motion. Okay, hold one. I'm almost done. Let's see here. Here we go. So Tony talks VestedUP. What's the difference? Hold on. It's a difference on appeal. Once the case goes to the appellate court, the entire appellate record is usually prepared. That record generally includes the court records, the motion, the pleas, the orders, exhibits filed by the clerk, and the reports records, the official trial transcript, if applicable, transcripts from the hearing. This is what I'm saying. If Judge Roach in Collins County is not able to provide those transcripts to get in the hands of the Texas Appellate Court, we're going to sit back and watch and see exactly what the judicial system in Texas is going to do, because that may be a new one. The appellate court reviews that complete record when deciding the appeal. So in Texas, A motion for a new trial does not need to include the full trial transcript, but the transcript becomes a central part of the record if the case proceeds on an appeal. Bet. I can also explain the difference between a clerk's record and the reporter's record. Understanding the distinction is very helpful when following a Texas criminal court appeal. So here we go. What's included in the clerk's record? Indictment, motions, affidavits, written orders, jury charge, verdict forms, and judgments. The reporter's record, witness testimony, all 21 witness testimonies, the jury transcripts, the opening statements, the closing statements, the objections and rulings, sentencing hearing, and motion hearing transcripts. All right, I only got one more slide. And then I'm going to the comments. Mike Howard's affidavit. Let me go ahead and drop myself low. Mike Howard's affidavit. Why Mike Howard's affidavit matters. If a defense attorney files a sworn affidavit with the motion for a new trial, that affidavit typically becomes part of the clerk's record because it is filed with the court. If the court then holds a hearing and Mike Howard testifies under oath, here we go. If the court holds a hearing and Mike Howard testifies under oath, that testimony becomes part of the reporter's record. So the appealing judges can review the written affidavit in the clerk's record and the live testimony from the hearing in the reporter's record, y'all. What if Texas Appellate Court, before they grant Karmelo Anthony new trial, they call Mike Howard to testify on his statements in his own affidavit? Yeah. And that's it for the slides. Let me go to the comments. Justine, let's say that was about 55 minutes, okay? And I can go backwards. But won't that be something that Texas, because this is the first time in history that I've heard of a defense attorney telling everything within 30 days. And even Mike Howard knew of the timeline, which is why he gave Karmelo Anthony new legal team that affidavit within 30 days. Mike Howard, whistleblower. For whatever reason, Mike Howard is a whistleblower. Mike Howard may be famous because of this case, because he became a whistleblower. I need to Google that real quick. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I still got some time. Hold on. Let's see here. I need to watch. I gotta ask this question. Hold on. I want to know how many defense attorneys have been whistleblowers within 30 days of their case. Have been whistleblowers within 30 days of sentencing. Here's the answer. Woo! Y'all ready for this? It says there is no national database of published statistics that tracks how many criminal defense attorneys became whistleblowers after 30 days after a client's sentencing. Neither the American Bar Association, the Department of Justice, nor the State Bar Association's publics data in that specific category. Hold one. In practice, it is extremely rare for several reasons. Defense attorneys have a strong duty of confidentiality to their clients that generally continues after sentencing. Well, as we know, even though we wanted to know what did they have, so-called had over Carmelo Anthony's head, Mike Howard never put that in his affidavit. So he did maintain client and attorney's confidential privilege, right? If an attorney learns of a judicial misconduct, prosecutor misconduct, evidence tampering, fraud of the court, another serious ethical violation, they may have ethical or legal obligations to report it, but those situations are uncommon and highly unrare. Basically, this has never happened before. You can go out after the live or do it now doing this live. It has never happened before. This is extremely rare. So we're definitely going to watch this case because it basically has never happened before. Mike Howard would go down in history to be the first one ever, especially with, it didn't even tell me within 1 year or 2 years or 20 years later. Mike Howard may be the first defense attorney in history to be a whistleblower in a case that he helped railroad his client. I had to get that out the way. Let me go to the comments. Hello, Tony. We're here for you. Free Carmelo. Did y'all hear what I just said? Mike Howard is going to be the first one ever in history to be a whistleblower in a case that he helped railroad his own client. Mike Howard. Okay. That's why I thank you, Tony, for covers one end while the other end is being taken care of. And we have plenty of you still over there. Right. They are watching out for Carmelo updates. Yes. Oh, you a new Vesta. Hey, how you doing, Anita? Now I'm in the comments. Justine. Oh, wow. 1 hour and 1 minute. Oh, we did good tonight. Hey, Miss Tony in chats. So if you're just coming in the room, go back and hit the replay. I have discussed all of the slides and all of the information out tonight. Now I'm about to live in the comments. So if you've been waiting for your comment to post your comment, this is the time. But Mike Howard is the first one in history to ever file an affidavit for a trial like this. Oh, Lord. Come on with it. Hey, Tony in chat. Happy Monday. Hey, cousin. What's up, Miss Lady T? Family, can y'all please hit the like button? Right. Hit the like button. Go ahead and put on your vest, too. Go ahead and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because now we're in the comments button, please, and thank you. Nolan. Oh, gosh. Jesus. After 41 days, do y'all see why we're not stopping? They still find us. I'm going to let it go. Tony, if Carmelo is allowed to get out upon a new trial is granted, where will he live? Because I heard that his parents no longer reside in Texas. Katrina, how you doing? I remember you from 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights. Or was it last night? No, you was in the live last night. Now, so that's going to be funny because if he gets out on appeal, I'm pretty sure I'm not a lawyer. So this is for educational purposes. And if you want to take the comments as entertainment purposes, go forth. But I'm going to say, based on what I do know, he would have to remain. Let me move myself up. He would have to remain in state. Especially if they give him a appellate bond. And if they, but for a new trial, who knows? But I think he's going to have to remain in state. I am going to say that unless they're going to make an exception to the rule because he was railroaded. But now let's just say hypothetically, for entertainment purposes only, if they have moved out of state, and I would totally agree, I would too if I was in this situation. No, I wouldn't. Let me be honest, because my son will still be behind bars in Texas. I'm not leaving it. Put me in a shack in the middle of the desert. I'm not leaving Texas while my son has been behind bars for 41 days. I'm not leaving Texas. I'm not leaving Texas. So maybe the daddy and the other kids have left Texas, but put me in a shack, dig a hole, give me a pop-up tent. I'm not leaving Texas while my son is in jail. But I don't even want, I don't want to say, but for entertainment purposes only, let's just say they did, right? And if Karmelo got released out on appeal, if he, let's say, moved back to Louisiana, right, he would probably have to check in maybe every day or maybe once a week with, let's say, a probation judge or I don't know, some type of court or some type of law enforcement agency in office. Thank you for the question. I'm trying to find the answer, but I'm thinking that it would have to be some type of checks and balances or some type of daily check-in with some agency, okay, for about his whereabouts regarding that. If they don't put a leg monitor on him, but we shall see. But good question. You definitely got me on my feet. You definitely got me on my feet. We have a troll. Yes. Yeah, and he's gone. Shalom, everybody. What's up, cheerleader? I truly believe God is going to break prison chains of Karmelo like he did for Paul and Silas. But we just have to keep praying and believe. Yes. That's why we're here. That's why we're here after 41 days. We still here like it was yesterday, okay? I'm not leaving this young man behind. I'm not leaving him. If I got to put, I'm connected with him. I'm going to pick up Daniel. Willie D did an awesome interview with TJ Davis' mother. Was that yesterday or this morning? I saw it this morning. Excellent. Listen, it may get crowded over here, but I'm not letting Karmelo Anthony go until I know it's been a new trial and the appeal has went through. I'm not letting him go. Even then, I'm not letting him go. I'm not letting him go. So Vestas, you just got to put on a bigger vest. A bigger vest, because we got Shador Sanders, we got Karmelo Anthony, we got Daniel Erving, and who knows? I'm not letting go Sandra Bland. So everybody, if it gets too crowded in here, I understand if you got to go find another channel, but I'm not letting go. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go until I get spiritually released from it. Okay, I'm not letting it go. To the Most High God be glory. August, yes. Mike Howard, come on with it. Keep the date in your head. That would be the latest date that we would get an update regarding this. I think it's going to be sooner. But if we got to wait another 34 days, so be it. Mike Howard, free Karmelo. That seems like a big risk for him to take. Man, okay, it was only 15 minutes ago. If you're still in here, let me know who he is, okay? Let me know who he is. I still cannot believe Roach has gotten away not having provided Karmelo. Hold on. That man... Listen, I'm so happy that I read and I showed you that in Texas, we don't need those transcripts. Now, I would be worried if Karmelo Anthony case did need those transcripts, but we don't need them right now. But eventually, he will have to turn those over. He's definitely got to turn those over, definitely, to the Texas Court of Appeals. Most definitely. So I don't care who has to pay for them. I don't care if Texas takes it out of the Dallas pot or whoever to pay to get those transcripts, but they gonna get turned over eventually. They're gonna get turned over. But thank you for that, Betty Boo. What's up, 420? What's going on, 420? Katie. So I do got a Katie. I got a Katie and a Katrina. God has caused the roof and the walls to be torn off of prisons. Racist society is due for a lesson. Look at Mother Nature already. Especially in Texas. I think it would be a huge mistake, a huge risk take with that attitude. Oh, you're talking about Roach. I can see that. Roach think he's gonna be able to slide away from this. Laws. Let's see what that is. Hey, what is that? Can you clarify that, Rachel? Because Chat GPT is asking me, did I mean something else? Okay. Oh, I see what you said. Laws must change. Okay, I got you. Laws must change. Yes. And he was so sure he had a slam dunk. Yes, he did, Betty Boop. And he put Carmelo Anthony away. Yes, he did. With it. Let's not forget about this. Let's not forget about the other timeline that John Roach came up with his own accord. He came up with an additional 8 months to get everything right in Collins County to frame and railroad this young man. Let's not forget of that. Let's not forget that Carmelo Anthony's Sixth Amendment right for a future trial was violated with those additional 8 months. Because in Texas, we went over that. Normally, a criminal case happens within 6 months, okay? So John Roach did that. And then the trial was June the 4th, 5th, and 6th, which was a Saturday, and Monday. He was sentenced on Tuesday. Within 24 hours of being found guilty, he was sentenced and transported. Look at that timeline. And if y'all remember that live in the beginning, when I started reporting on Carmelo Anthony case, even Chat GPT said it has never heard of a 24-hour period like that regarding transport. Even Chat GPT asked me to verify that what I had put in. In 24 hours, he was found guilty, sentenced. And Mike Howard, let's not forget, for all of the witnesses that was in there, that was content creators, Mike Howard, they said that it was you that stood up after the jury found Carmelo Anthony guilty off of that granny video. No blood, no DNA, no scene reenactment, no nothing, not even the experts. They said it was you, Mike Howard, that stood up and asked for immediate sentencing. Entire affidavit. We read that whole entire affidavit. What date was that? I think that was June the 9th. I think it was June the 9th. And I didn't read nothing in there on why you stood up and asked for immediate sentencing. So somebody had to stand up and ask for that. Maybe it was the prosecution. Who knows? But that has never happened in any court in the United States, except for when they was lynching and killing Black people in Jim Crow and after slavery. That's the only time that a sentencing and transport, you might as well say an execution, happened in that timeline. Yeah. Laws must change. I just want to say Nolan where funeral today was. May he rest in peace. Justice for Nolan. Still rocking for Carmelo. It should be mandatory to have those records. Well, in Texas, that's definitely not the case. And another he didn't testify, so they can't hold it against him in the new trial. Especially the way that Mike Howard wrote it up. Nope. That would be interesting to see Mike Howard. Oh, okay. At his own, yes, at the hearing. You see it. This is why I left it up here. Mike Howard, if the courts didn't hold a hearing and Mike Howard testifies under oath, that testimony become part of the recorder's records. I want to see that. I want to know what John Roach and prosecutor Bill Whiskey It's going to do then. And I'm pretty sure Carmelo Anthony defense is still waiting on their affidavits. But I'm going to keep pushing. He said his buttocks, I'm being nice. Oh, he's saving his buttocks? Buttocks or not, I'm glad he did it. The law for those transcripts, it's law for those transcripts to be produced. As I said, this is what my research, this is what I could pull up today after work. And hey, I'm just giving you what I got. But I agree with you. Eventually they will have to. Eventually they will have to. But thank God they're not needed for a motion for a new trial. I'll take that. Lord, grant it to be so. In the name of Jesus, I agree with you, protected by God. Mike Howard gets an award for the for the first fastest affidavit. We saw that Mike Howard, on his own affidavit, he got it signed and notarized on a Sunday. On the 5th. When the new trial is granted, we might start hearing about the people involved in the cover-up offing themselves. Listen, I've said that too, Katrina. Let me tell you one thing. The pressure is mounting. Believe it. The pressure is mounting because we just found out about this 75-day timeline. That means that Roach knows about this 75-day timeline. That means the prosecutor knows about this 75-day timeline. Toby Shook know about this 75-day timeline. And everybody in Collins County Courthouse and legal proceedings, they know about this 75-day timeline. And 41 days has already went past. We got 34 more days, and they sweating bullets. Because like I said, I would love for a judge to dismiss the trials, the charges against Carmelo, and said it was all in self-defense. But I want to be greedy, and I want to say, dismiss it, but I still want a new trial. Dismiss the trials, and I know I can't have my cake and eat it too, but I want to know exactly how far Collins County went in this case. All the evidence they buried, all the evidence they, on purpose, we can say on purpose, left out of this trial because of that gentleman's agreement. We don't even have to say assume or allegedly. Mike Howard spilled the beans. And for anybody that says, the transcripts, they dispute Mike Howard's affidavit. Oh, really? Because it was Miss Kayla's Anthony. And Dwayne said this. She got up there and she may answer 2 to 3 questions, which mirrors Mike Howard's affidavit. And also to the trolls that may say, Mike Howard affidavit, that's false. The transcripts dispute that. Oh, really? Well, how many experts did Mike Howard call to the stands to testify on Carmelo's behalf? Not one. That mirrors Mike Howard's affidavit. And the weapon. Was it ever introduced in court? The answer is no. That also mirrors Mike Howard's affidavit. They brought a picture of the weapon. And Bill Whiskey said he went to the store and bought a replica because he didn't want to put on any gloves to touch the real weapon. We all thought that was odd. Even I said, well, prosecutor, you could have just left it in the bag and showed it to the court and to the jury. Now we know why. It was an agreement not to bring the weapon to court. So to anybody that want to say, Mike Howard, the transcripts is going to dispute Mike Howard's affidavit, I don't know how. Because everything that happened in trial matches Mike Howard's affidavit. So if the trial itself matches Mike Howard's affidavit, that means for whatever transcript that they're going to produce or will produce that may dispute Mike Howard's affidavit, that is a criminal offense. That is a criminal offense. I told you in my past research, I pulled up all of the charges that John Roach may be facing. when he get hit with his own criminal courts and his retirements, pension, and benefits? Who? They're going to be ghosts. They're going to be ghosts. So let them keep playing in Collins County. Let them keep playing in Collins County. Betty Boot, the transcriber, has a deadline to provide a full transcript. Well, they need to start keeping records. Court reporter, God said in his word that he would do a new thing. He did. Come on with it. Come on, protected by God. He said he'll do a new thing. He got to act right because so many eyes are on this case, and we still on this case. Even though the mainstream media is not reporting it, we still on this case. As I said in my last live, we don't need mainstream media to do nothing for us. Because, you know, even if they did, they're going to spin it and turn it and create the narratives they want anyway. So we don't want to hear that anyway. We don't need mainstream media to keep this in the case. But guess what? Yoo-hoo Sports, Yoo-hoo. I'm saying that right? Yeah. There's some articles out there regarding the new judge being appointed and the gentleman's agreement. I'll read that to you. Hold on, if I got time, I'll read that to you. Mike Howard said he is not going to jail for no and no Bill whiskey. No Bill whiskey. I agree because he has them bothered and he's still locked. John Roach said, yes, new Mr. Wilson, you can look at the files, but you can't take the files. You can't take a picture and you can't tell nobody what you saw in the files. What? Hey, how you doing, Destin? You good? You good? Yeah, we already covered all of the lessons, legal lessons for the night, but you just have to go back. I did all of it in 1 hour. Trust me. Very good. There was no court report. Oh, my. Betty Boo, listen, I can't confirm or deny that, but somebody better been in that record taking something, because if not, that is a whole nother violation of Carmelo. Oh my God. Matter of fact, that's just a legal violation in itself. Mike Howard dropped gems and breadcrumbs for the appeal. Yes, he did, Rashad. Yes, he did. That's God also working on him. Mike Howard is turning over. Oh, I told you, Mike Howard was in spiritual turmoil. Tossing and turning at night. Looking in the mirror, can't even look. Walking by the mirror, seeing other shadows. Mike Howard was going through it, okay? I just asked my resource, right? Has it ever happened in history? The answer was no. And even said that would be extremely rare. Look at God. He's going to do everything to make sure he's not taking that rap, especially not alone. Can't move till their son is out. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't move. You right. Mike Howard conscience got to him. He knew how wrong it was. At least he had the courage to come forward. Now, what I'm looking for, and which I didn't see in the appeal process, the appeal packet, how much Mike Howard and Toby Shook actually got from the Anthony family. We already know it was in the hundreds of thousands, easy. Because even though the Anthonys, they moved 8 times, they had to move 8 times. So when this thing is over, Anthony family, please, in that civil lawsuit, matter of fact, it may be already enclosed in that civil lawsuit that Ben Crump is writing for the Anthony family. I want you to get all your money back times 100 plus interest. You had to move 8 times because your personal information was being leaked. Let's not forget that lady name, Melanie Shafter. Let's not forget she was fired within 1 week after the new legal team got there. Let's not forget about the little battles that Carmelo and Anthony team has already won. That lady was fired within 5 to 7 days after the new legal team was announced. She's gone. Oh, she's gone. I'm happy Mike Howard is a whistleblower, even though he's trying to save his right. And y'all heard what the other gentleman said, the no guilty boys. They said, hey, salute to Mike Howard for did it. They said because Carmelo's Anthony appeal packet was even stronger with his affidavit. So whatever demons and devils was after Mike Howard, they had to be humongous for him to write that. Boy, can y'all imagine what was going on in the spirit? Matter of fact, forget about demons and devils. When he saw those warring angels over him, around him, he just started writing. He just started writing. He had to get it notarized on a Sunday. I know y'all saw that. That's the type of torment that Mike Howard was in. He got it signed, sealed, and notarized on a Sunday. He had to get it out of his hands. Mike Howard's going to tell the story one day. Mike Howard is going to tell his story one day. Bingo. Yes, when on bond, you do see an officer, even with a monitor. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I not as a mother. I'm not leaving the state where I got one baby locked up and I know he don't supposed to be locked up. God got Carmelo, no weapon formed against him shall prosper. Yes. Mike Howard made sure new evidence is seen by the Mike Howard made sure new evidence is seen by the public even before the appeal. Gems and crumbs. Facts. Facts. Let me tell you one thing. With this affidavit, we don't need no fingerprints. We don't need no blood. We need no witnesses. Mike Howard's affidavit is the smoking gun over it. Trumps over all of that. Over all of that. Mike Howard untold everything. I absolutely love Willie D. Yes. That was ooh. Yeah, that mother told her story regarding her son, handsome son too, TJ Davis. Y'all go ahead and please put in the chat that hashtag TJ Davis. And they left him too. She said she went over to one of the father's house. She said his name was, what did she say? The main Morris lived 2 blocks from her. It was the police that knocked on her door at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the boy that her son with lived 2 blocks, and he never even darkened her door, even after the fact, to give his condolences. He lived 2 blocks and never came to see his mother. She said she went over there to 2 blocks away and knocked on the door to find out where her son was last seen. And she said at 6 o'clock in the morning, all them boys that TJ Davis was with was sitting in the house. She said she was shocked. 6 o'clock in the morning, all them boys were still in Morris's house. I guess they was trying to get their story together. It's been 5 years and that mother still won't answers. I don't blame her. It's been 5 years and the police haven't questioned nobody. And all she's asking for is $5,000 to get a lawyer. When Willie D put it up there and gave everybody the link to go out, it had 0 of $5,000. When I watched it this morning, she had already garnered over half of it. And that was this morning. So by now she may have already reached her peak. And all she said, all I want is a lawyer. Lord. Rest in peace to TJ Davis. We didn't even know your case was there. But now that we do, we're not going to forget about you. We're not going to forget you. And after Carmelo, we honestly reformed, right? Because this is how it happens so often. An OG prison wife. That's why we're here. That's why we're trying to change the narratives. Everything that I've covered in the last 30-something days, when I went over laws, that was not, don't throw it to the wind. Don't let it be in vain. Don't let it be in vain. Don't let it be in vain, because they want us to believe, the other sector want us to believe that the Constitution and the laws and the amendments and the rights, self-defense, that don't apply to us. Oh, yes, the hell it does. Don't let them, I'm not putting up these slides just for me to read them out loud, because I know that there's some investors out there. I even got blind investors, the one that confided into me. Y'all know who she is. She's one of my Shadora Sanders Vestas. So I may be reading over here, but I know that there's Vestas driving to work. I know there's Vestas that's working in hospitals that can't look at the slides. So I try to read every word that I can. And like I said, I got disabled Vestas, so I read. But don't throw this to the wind, because they want us not to talk about all of these amendments and rights that we equally got. They say, they want us to believe that these laws protect them against us and these laws don't apply to us. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Even though this is basic legal law and analysis, take your notes, because when you need to approach every lawyer as if he's a Mike Howard with a mask on, you need to make sure you vet your lawyers, because you could have a prosecutor just like Bill Whiskey who may know your lawyer and they come up with their own gentleman's agreement against you or a loved one or somebody you know. I'm trying to tell you. Please don't forget all that I'm sharing with you. And in Texas, I'm dropping everything down on you. And listen, if I got to go ahead and do something for the remaining 34 days, we got 50 states. I would take a random state and just say, hey, if you in California, these your rights. Hey, if you in Michigan, here's your rights regarding self-defense and if you got a multi-assailant case in self-defense. If I just gotta dig up random things just to keep Karmelo Anthony name in here and to give you the information that I like to give you, I'll do it. They apply to us too. Don't let white America, especially the racist white America, make you believe that this country don't belong to us and this country is not our home and these laws don't apply to us. Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. It's okay. Don't let go. We are here with you. I ain't letting go nothing, but I got you, Rachel. Thank you. Hey, y'all, and free Karmelo. Yes, right now. Thank you for all you do. You are good, Natural. Boy, y'all coming here with some names. Natural. I got you, Natural. Thank you. Hey, Mel. Miss Tony's a real one. How you doing? Thank you, sweetie. Only Pamela. Wait, Tony. When you said they're guilty is charged. Listen, like it when you say guilty is charged. Okay. Ooh, the trolls are quiet tonight. I love it when we got peace. Janet Mobley, hey, how you doing? Hello, Tony and Mars in chat. Yes. What's up, buddy? Bright evening, Tony and chat made it. Welcome to the room. Nah, they don't transport you to prison the same day, but you can't get sentenced in the same day. Okay, gotcha. The judge is going to do whatever he can to keep the case from appeal. Oh, it's out of his hands now, Bay Power. Judge Roach is out of his hands. He already did the first motion to recuse himself in the new trial, so it moved up to a higher court. It's already out of his hands. Yeah, it's out of his hands. Mike Coward was in on the setup. Yeah, but he done told it all now. The way that they played in our face with this case is wow. Let's go, Karmelo. Let's go. They usually ask the defendant if they lose, do they want to be sentenced the same day or if they want a sentencing day? Well, for everybody, I think it was several other content creators on TikTok and YouTube that was in there. Karmelo Anthony didn't ask to be sentenced on the same day. I didn't get that out of the affidavit, but I would definitely want to know, who did that come from? If it didn't come from Mike Howard, maybe he did it to protect him because he knew something else was coming down the pipe, but I wouldn't give him that much credit. I understand who me. Shout out to the mods for your hard work in these dirt. Have the trolls been in here? No. Oh my gosh, mods. I just want to thank you. If I know I had one troll in here, But if y'all been knocking them out, thank y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No child left behind. Roach was trying to make a statement with Karmelo, but Karmelo is God's child. Karmelo would come out even stronger in his faith. Yes. He's been in there 41 days. And I'm pretty sure by now he's definitely going into that law library. He's probably looking up some cases regarding his own laws and regulations regarding his own case, just to keep a sane mind. Roach so failed, he had to perform his grand finale to retire. We talked about that. He wanted to be a celebrity. He finna be the wrong celebrity now. The new legal team is prepared and built for this appeal and new trial. They have seen this type of legal easy. Why you think they stepped up? 6 of them stepped up at the same time, and they said we're gonna work pro bono. Oh, they already knew that. Oh, this is easy. They said what? Oh, this is easy. This gonna be for free. This gonna be play. Listen. I think Roach and the prosecutor and maybe even Mike Howard was trying to protect. Oh, I already did those videos. On Mac Fallon. Matter of fact, Pat Fallon got 2 sons. One just graduated in 2025. His name was Thomas Fallon. But Mac Fallon, he was on the junior varsity football team for Memorial. The last 2 years, this year, he's about to be either quarterback 1 or 2 for the varsity team. But not Ted, Pat Fallon. I did think they too would unallow themselves because there's a lot of hands in the pot. And this is not their first time doing this, most likely. I agree. OG prison, I agree. Hey, how you doing, Deet? How you doing? Let's see here. Yes, let all lies be exposed that are against Karmelo. I want all of them locked up immediately. And we want public reprimand, sentencing, everything, the whole entire works. Don't hide nothing. Let it be public. Let it be public. Just like John Roach, he got up 48 hours after the guilty verdict and the sentencing. He went to WFAA and gave that 18-minute video with his chest. And he said he followed the law to a T. And we know that man was lying based off Mike Howard's affidavit. I make everything public. Everything public. Dismissal of all charges. Facts. New trial. We need to know what happened under the tent. Only Karmelo would tell us. And also, let me tell you this right here. If they let's go back to that slide when I said that new evidence would not be reviewed in an appeal. What if this is one of the exception to the rules? Because he was railroaded, they would have said, legal team, do you got any new evidence you want to go ahead? We're going to make an exception to the rule. They're going to say, yes, we want to request AG Ken Paxton to go ahead and release the original video from under the tent. And you know what the Texas Court of Appeals is going to do? AG Ken Paxton, we want it here immediately. I know that you have suppressed the video. We finna take a break, go to lunch. We want it here because everything's on digit, right? We want it here. Receive it on the court in 1 hour and make sure you send it to our clerk and put it on the docket because we want that video. Oh yeah, everything now being digital. Oh, now send that over. New trial. That video will tell everything. Now, once they look at that, because if I was on Texas Court of Appeals, I would be so curious. You mean to tell me that this was the grainy video that you showed in court, and 12, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not you telling me that 12 jurors saw that video and they said that that was more than enough to convict Carmelo Anthony because they didn't have no blood, they didn't have no fingerprints, his clothes was clean. You just had lying witnesses and a grainy video. If I was an appellate judge, or even if it goes to the regional judge, because it goes to a regional judge, and I hope it's Harle. Harle, let me see the original video, because Harle, by looking at the evidence, he said, I can't tell nothing by this. What if Harle has the power and the authority, even at his level, because, you know, he's going to see something regarding the case, and he's going to look at that video. I want to see the original video. What if Harle uses his power and authority, if he's going to be over the motion for a new trial, to request that video? And matter of fact, even with Senior Judge Harle being over the recusal to remove Judge Roach, where is the video? Where is the video? Where is the video? And if I was him, based off the descriptions and the accolades and the reputation that Judge Sid Harle have, he don't play in his courtroom. Wouldn't it be funny if he said, okay, I see the grainy video, distorted video. Where is the original video? Because in order for you to distort a video, it means that you had to distort it from the original video. So here's the distorted video. I want to see the original video. And what if that cracks open the hole? What if it comes down immediate dismissal of all charges? And what if this judge here, he goes to the motions to put criminal charges on Judge Roach, and we don't have to worry about Carmelo Anthony going through a new trial, because he would be dismissed. All those charges would be dismissed against Carmelo, and we'll still find out what they did in the courtroom, because the state of Texas would file charges against John Roach, and we still would get our cake and eat it too. Carmelo, the charges would be against him would be dismissed, and John Roach and that prosecutor will be on trial for all the criminal acts that they did against Carmelo. That's my dream. That's my dream, y'all. Come on, Judge Harle. Please make that happen. Please request. Even though right now we know he has the motion to recuse, please request out of your own curiosity just to see the original video. Just to see the original video under the guise of removing John Roach. Oh, I would swing that in there. Under the guise of, okay, well, I'm being asked to recuse John Roach. I want to see this video and that video. I want to see exactly if there's anything there. And what if there's a bombshell? What if there's a bombshell? What if there's a bombshell? We wake up one morning or in the afternoon around lunchtime, breaking news. Bombshell. Carmelo Anthony is released. All charges dismissed. New charges brought up against John Roach. And we start seeing John Roach taken out in handcuffs all in the same day, since he wanted to find him guilty, sentence him, and transport him in the same day. Wouldn't it be ironic that God moves swiftly? I'm trying to tell you, I don't even know where it's coming from. What if Judge Harle has the power to request the video, sees the video, and in the same day, all charges, he submit his findings to the Court of Appeals, asking for immediate release of Karmelo Anthony, and an immediate charges brought up on Collins County Judge John Roach. What a day, what a day, what a day. We still on the case. What a day, what a day. What a day that'll be. Whatever court and judge that holds the recuser of Judge Roach will either show fairness. That's him. Judge Harle. I've been calling him Harle. We either show fairness or side with the Judge Roach saying, no, not him. He ain't playing with it. For appeal process will show fairness, justice for right. I pray. We all need to show up in Texas for a new trial. Whoo! Listen, even for the new trial, it will be a change of venue granted. Either it would happen in Dallas, and you already know my choice, Bell County, Killeen, Texas, where all the soldiers is. That would be my case. Or they can move it down to in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas. That'll be my third option too. Because they got a mixed population down there. Very diverse. Judge Harle, what if the new trial is held in San Antonio? I'll take that too. Amen. Spiritual turmoil. Mike Howard not come to the Lord. Has not come to the Lord. I believe he is spiritually working on him. Facts. Mike Howard wants sympathy from the black community even after failing Karmelo. Nah, he's not going to get no sympathy. I am going to give him credit, but I'm not going to give him sympathy, because if you listen now, according to Mike Howard's own affidavit, they proposed this to him 1 month before the trial. Mike Howard should have been picking up the phones, calling everybody that he know to report the ethical, because lawyers have ethics, right? Calling people, hey, this is what they want me to do down in Collins County. That means at the least, Karmelo Anthony case would have been postponed, or Mike Howard would have said, you know, the Anthony family, I can't be your lawyer because this is what they want me to do behind the scenes. But with you being the client, these are the numbers you need to call while I'm reporting Collins County to the Department of Justice. You need to call the FBI and say, because I remember we went over this, what Mike Howard could have did before the case to report the injustice that was proposed to him by the prosecutor and the state. Mike Howard, this never even when they had to go to trial. Mike Howard could have stopped this. He could have picked up. I showed you all the options Mike Howard had to do. All he had to do was pick up the phone 24 hours, Department of Justice hotline. Hey, they want me to do this to Collins County, but he didn't. He took the money. That's why I don't have any sympathy on Mike Howard, but I'm going to give him credit for this affidavit, okay? That's it. Tony, can you get some of the YouTubers that actually went to the trials to come on your channel to verify if there was a court reporter present? I'll put it like this. I will reach out to now the other young ladies that was on Freezy's channel. At one night, it was 6 to 8 women on the channel. So I didn't catch their name, but I do know Neek at Night. I will reach out to Neek at Night. Now, if she's obliged me, she obliged me. But if not, if she don't, because that's the only one I really know by name, I will go back and look at her videos when she was testifying, because she was there every day and she would give accounts, daily accounts of what happened in the case. Now, I would love for her to come to my channel, but if she doesn't, if she don't have time, we can't make it happen, I would go back to the date, because think about it. This case was only June the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and a Monday. That's only 4 days. I just have to go back through her videos. It's only 4 days. I can do that versus 34 or 44 or 64 days. It's only been 4 days. So if she can't or if she won't, I will go through the videos myself. Matter of fact, we still got 35 days. I can play what Neek at Night said, what happened in the courtroom, and then we can also compare it to Mike Howard's affidavit, since we know this is what was going on behind the background. So trust me, I'm going to listen. I got a brain and I can think outside of the box. Trust me. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Thank you for that. I got to go back and find her videos. Thank you for that. They said, Mike, whoo! I believe that. Called the family with a discount for $300,000. They said that Mike Ho got $300,000 and Toby Shook called the family. My Lord. Mike chose a side in favor for Carmelo. Let me tell you one thing. I hope Mike Howard goes to prison. I brought up that too. Remember, we already went over the punishments for Mike Howard, the punishments for the prosecutor, even the punishments for the judge. Do I have them in here? Hold on. Because I build on this slide deck. Hold on. Oh, y'all in luck. Hold on. Slide 38. This is the punishments for the judge. I still got them. Criminal prosecution. Let me go back one. Oh, y'all for in the treat. If y'all ain't saw this, what is the punishment for a judge? What is a judge punishment for participating in an illegal, unlawful agreement? If it's proven that a judge has knowingly participated in an unlawful agreement, the consequences could be among the most severe in the legal profession. The specific outcome depends on the facts, the applicable law, and whether the conduct violates ethical rules, criminal law, or both. We know they both do. Based on Mike Howard's affidavit, possible consequences, removal from office. Now we know. Oh my God! Now we know why Judge Roach wanted to retire. Let me drop this down. Wanted to retire within 6 months after this case. We kept saying, why? Why all of a sudden he want to go? This is why. The second one, because he's already trying to retire. So very serious misconduct. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it right here. Removal from office. Various serious misconduct can also mislead to impeachment or removal from other constitutional procedures. Hey. Didn't Judge Roach say that he's going to retire in 6 months, but he still got 2 more cases? And we already know it's a 75-day timeline for Carmelo Anthony appeal packet to get heard, including Mike Howard's affidavit has to get addressed. Now, what if it's funny, in the same 34 days, Judge Roach is removed for the remaining 2 cases in Collins County? If I was somebody in Texas, or if I was those defendants or prosecutors or defense lawyers, I would already have my motions in place to recuse John Roach from my client's cases, because John Roach said it's 2 more cases that he's going to preside over. No. If I was a defendant, I would call my lawyer and say, please go ahead and put in a motion to recuse John Roach from my case. Listen, number 2, judicial discipline. The State Commission on Judicial Conduct can investigate complaints against Texas judge. Do y'all see Mike Howard's affidavit? Private admonishment or warning, public reprimand or censure, suspension, recommendation for removal. That's not it, y'all. That's not it. Let's keep going. That's not it. Look at the other thing that John Roach can face. That's not it. Criminal prosecution. Judges are not immune from criminal liability for crimes they commit. If a judge knowingly engaged in conduct such as this, because Mike Howard said in his affidavit that John Roach got a written note of the instructions of the agreement. He said that John Roach, he got a written form of the agreement. Bribery, obstruction of justice, conspiracy facts, evidence tampering facts, honest service fraud, deprivation of constitutional rights under color of law. Guilty. Guilty is charged. Guilty is charged. Guilty is charged. They could face criminal charges. John Roach, like I said, in another 34 days, Karmelo Anthony could get his charges dismissed. At the same time, Judge Harle filed charges against John Roach, criminal prosecution. Number 4, loss of judicial office and retirement benefits. Y'all thought I was lying. Look at this. Depending on the governing law and circumstances, a judge found guilty of serious misconduct may lose judicial office and could also face consequences affecting retirement and pension benefits. This is why John Roach was trying to get out of office. 6 months. Well, Tony Talks vested up. Why? Well, he couldn't. Now, John Roach, he was trying to be smart here, because wouldn't it look funny if you found Karmelo Anthony guilty in June and then retire in July or August? Nah, that'll be too soon. So he tried to make it seem like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and preside over these last 2, then I'm going to retire. Oh, no, John Roach. Oh, we know what you was doing. And the other one, civil consequences. John Roach. Although judges have a broad judicial immunity from civil lawsuits for acts performed in their judicial capacity, that immunity does not protect against criminal prosecution and judicial discipline. Oh, John Roach. Judge Roach. Judicial immunity and criminal liability are separate legal terms. Let me go back to the comments. Mike Howard probably trying to write a book now. The C for Devils. TJ Davis. Yes, thank you. TJ Davis. Yes. I'm sure they're going to look and see if they have done the, of course. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. TJ Davis. Thank you for everybody that put TJ Davis in the chat. Shout out to Willie D. Mindful Company. Yes, 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 yes. They're saying they changed the transcript to where the state said they gave Karmelo. Listen. You know what they can do? How you doing, Karen? You know what? Because, listen, it had to be some type of recorder in there, right? And they got to record the minutes. So all it got to do is look it up. And then, so remember, I brought something up before that I said that even though the media was not allowed in there, every courtroom in America, and I want to look this up now, every courtroom in America is supposed to have a video, a recording internal that they keep to the courthouse, recording all of the proceedings. Hold on. So if there's a discrepancy between the transcripts and Mike Howard's affidavit, all they got to do is come here, baby, pick this up. All they got to do is go ask for the courtroom recordings. Hold on. Thank you, babe. Let me see here. So let me see. Here. Do all U.S. courtrooms have internal recordings? Let's see here. State court rules. Practices vary by states, okay? Even by county. Many courtrooms have digital audio recording systems as an official record. Some use live court reporters instead of electronic recordings. Smaller numbers have video recording systems, but this is far from universal. Here we go. For high-profile criminal trials, there may be the court official records of course, they brought up transcripts, media recordings, cameras was not permitted in there, and security cameras in or around the courthouse, which are separate from the official court recordings. If you're asking about the Carmelo Anthony case in Texas, Texas trial courts commonly rely on court reporters to create the official record. Some courtrooms have digital audio systems, but video recordings is not required in every Texas courtroom. So here we go. The official appellate record is typically based on the clerk's record and the reporter's transcript, not a courtroom video. So not in Texas. So, hey, so if there is a discrepancy, I don't know how they're going to handle that. Hey, thank you for bringing that up. Texas does not have video recordings inside of every courtroom. Thank you for bringing that up, Karen. TJ Davis. I probably go to the new trial. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that regarding the change of venue, they would have to, just like, that's why it would have to be a bigger courtroom. And now taking it back, it would have to be Dallas or maybe Houston or San Antonio, because they have bigger venues and they got to have an overflow. And also, guess what? Let's just say they got a small courtroom, right? They would have a screen, live screen, just like the Amber Geiger case, the George Floyd case, and all of the other high profile cases, such as the OJ case. So even if they don't have overflow rooms, they will stream it. Just make sure that Carmelo Anthony get the public trial that he required and requested. If they tamper with the transcript, right, it would be a criminal charge for right. Another charge. Rest in peace, TJ Davis. I heard all of that fund money went to Mike Howard. Half of it. At least half of it. TJ Davis. Hello, everybody. What's up, Tessie? How you doing, Tessie? I pray Carmelo and his family ran with, oh yeah, they gonna get compensated heavy. They gonna get compensated. Thank you for reading out loud. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Please, let's be clear. If you think racism disparities in the justice system does not affect Black people, was there another troll in here? More than any other race, you are highly unintelligent. History don't lie. Yeah, it had to be a troll in here. TJ Davis. Okay, it had to be a troll in here. Thank you so much, mods. Thank you so much, mods, for the work that you're doing. And something must have happened in the background, because I don't even see those no more. So thank you, mods. Truth hurt the trolls. Okay, it had to be. Okay. Thanks for reading out loud, because, oh, gosh. Thank you for sharing that. I would definitely continue to read it out loud, because it caused me to be legally. Oh my gosh. Totally understand. Hold on, let me bring myself back. I forgot I was low again. You're welcome. You totally welcome. It is an honor, and I'm going to say this now. Put it on the record, put it on the docket. It is an honor to read it out loud, because before my grandmother left this earth, she had lost her eyesight. And of course, she couldn't watch movies. She couldn't read books. And I took it as a privilege to explain to her what was going on in the movie, so she can see it. Even though she could hear it, she was able to paint a picture. In her mind. And I know Grandma used to always say, "Hey, read that for me, baby." I said, "Okay, Grandma, I got it." So it is a privilege to read these out loud. Go, Princess. Just be here, Virgo. My Lord. Powerful team. And Virgo, like I said the other night, you did not have to send me no chat. All right, Virgo. Welcome to the Vestas. We're going to have ups. We're going to have downs. We're going to go left. We're going to go right. but we're going to keep you among us, okay? Some nights you may have to just leave because we're going to be on one, okay? Powerful team. Yes, Rachel. I was over a Queen Sheba. Oh, I was over a Queen Sheba, but had to scoot on over here. Come on, Wanda. Come on. Not with Tony Talks Vested Up Vesters. Nah. Okay, Wanda. I hope I'm using your time wisely. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna hold y'all that long. We already been on here 2 hours. Let me go through these chats. I'm not gonna hold you long. Come on, Wanda. I hope you. I just don't want people to think it's over at the mellow. Yeah, he had the tip of the iceberg, and God is using his case to display what's been going on, like pulling back the shower curtain. Man, he pulled up the Texas skirt, showing all of it. And we are not the most degenerate criminal. Oh, yeah, we must have had a troll up in here. And we're not the most degenerate criminals in society. They just send us to prison more and make us look like we are the most criminal. Right. Oh, yeah, I definitely had a troll in here. They're saying they changed the transcripts to contradict Mike Howard about Roach allowing Carmelo only 10 minutes. Listen, I just read it. Even without a audio recording, a video recording, if that lady lied about that, if that lady is lying about that, oh my gosh! And matter of fact, isn't it funny? And I brought this up in the other live. We have been asking for the transcripts for over 30 plus days. Now all of a sudden, Mike Howard's affidavit come out, and you mean to tell me, all of a sudden, we getting the transcripts we've been asking before, even before the video came out. You heard me right. We was asking for the transcripts even before the video came out, and there was no transcript in sight. But all of a sudden, Mike Howard affidavit is included in that appeal process for Carmelo Anthony, and all of a sudden, we getting transcripts. And not only are we getting transcripts, they are contradicting Mike Howard's affidavit. Get out of here. Ain't nobody slow. Ain't nobody that slow. Wrongfully convicted has become my life purpose. I think you sent me an email. Yeah. You sent me an email. I got to get through that. There's a lot. I got to get through that. So I haven't forgot about you. I got to get through it though. I want to digest it. But thank you for the email. TJ Davis. But the irony of it all, they think we slow. Going back to these transcripts that contradict Mike Howard, they think we slow. Remember, his hoodie said fear of God. Never forgot about it. Essentials. Fear of God. Never forgot about it. I think some people may be overlooking the fact that the raw footage that Frisco ISD has sit. I've been bringing that up and screaming for that. Has filled in part the actual evidence that was manipulated. I haven't forgot about that. And I'm pretty sure Judge Harle, he's going to ask for that. If not, the appeal court, let me see the original video. Ken Paxton didn't hide that video because of the Madcap boys. He hid that video because U.S. Representative U.S. Representative Pat Fallon's son was under that tent. And what if his son was part of that second fight? We shall see. So we got 35 days. 35 days. We're going to know something. 34 days. We're going to know something. They're saying they changed the transcript to contradict Mike Howard about Roach. I just talked about that. Now the video has to go through a verification process because I wouldn't let me tell you who me. You probably wouldn't over here when I went over the CSI and the cybersecurity part of all that evidence. Now, one thing that Frisk did say, Frisk said they didn't that they did not give over the original. They handed the police department a copy of the original. That means that Frisk, FISD, they still got original copy. They just suppressed the one of the copies from going to trial. So Frisk still got the original copy. Frisk still got the matter of fact, I brought it up in another live. That copy belongs to the district not the police department. Now what they did with the original, that's going to be on them. If Texas Court of Appeals start calling down for the original copy, because they said that was their property. They said that they gave the police department a copy that was, as we know, altered and doctored and distorted. But trust me, it's out there. Sure. Let me let somebody done away with that original. Oh my gosh. Free Karmelo Anthony, you will get justice. The Spirit said to my child, he will, the justice, get what he deserves. Thank you for that, Jane. Ken Paxton kept in contact. See, you just put this out here 30 minutes ago. Ken Paxton kept in contact with John Roach and Metcalf dad during the whole trial. Think about his bias, racist views, my opinion. No. That's not alleged, because Ken Paxton said he knew the Metcalfs for a long time, and this was Ken Paxton, and he talked to some of the witnesses. He said he know the witnesses, so it ain't no alleged. It ain't no alleged with Ken Paxton. And also Pat Fallon. Ain't no alleged in that. Yes, we want the original video. They saying they changed the transcript. Okay, I got you, Karen. That would give a crime. Yeah, that would be a crime to tamper with. Listen, what did it say? What did it say? I just read that regarding if the judge tampered with the evidence. What did it say? Oh, criminal prosecution. If judges are not immune from criminal liability for crimes they commit, if a judge knowingly engaged in conduct such as bribery, obstruction of justice, conspiracy, evidence tampering, they could face criminal charges. And in this case, we got an affidavit that said about the gentleman's agreement. And let me tell you one thing about the prosecutor. Now, judge could be like, oh gosh, I wasn't responsible for giving over the video. That's true. That was the prosecutor, Bill Whiskey, that's supposed to have turned over all the evidence because of the Brady disclosure. Y'all remember, y'all see how we putting this piece together? The Brady disclosure. However, it was John Roach to either allow or dismiss that grainy, distorted video in his courtroom. So he got one alibi. But when he looked at that video, he should have dismissed that. So that's that catch 2020, John Roach. That's that catch 2020, John Roach. Yeah. It was not your responsibility to turn over all the evidence to Mike Howard. That was the prosecution because of the Brady disclosure. But it was John Roach. It was his responsibility to either allow that or deny that evidence in court. And Mike Howard, you definitely should have struck that video down. But now we know why. Let's keep going. Texas. Katrina. Regarding that video, I always think of Kanika Jenkins. Texas, this is not Chicago. The Kanika Jenkins video released the real video. Always. Kanika Jenkins video. Oh my gosh. And you know what happened out of there? If Teresa, that was Kanika Jenkins' mother's name, Teresa. If she got $50 million from Chicago, Illinois, $50 million. Just imagine what the Karmelo Anthony family is going to get from Texas. Because I gave you the stats. Texas already has paid out $100 million to wrongfully convicted inmates that are now free. Imagine what they're going to give to Karmelo alone. Besides state of Texas, Collins County. Oh my God, that's another lawsuit. And well, Tony, why you keep talking about Texas? Because of Texas AG Ken Paxton. He suppressed the video. That's their lawsuit against Texas. And also, I'm gonna say it with my chest, Karmelo Anthony also can go after U.S. Congressman Pat Fallon. If he was part of this, because to protect his son, that video also got suppressed. Let me tell you one thing. Ha. Woo! I can't even put it in words. How much damage this Karmelo Anthony case have done to Collins County, the state of Texas, and now even the U.S. Congress, because Pat Fallon used his office, his authority as a congressman to go after this young man to protect his own son. Oh my. Oh my. You mean to tell me that Ben Crump can also submit another civil right case against the U.S. Congress? I'm going to say it yes with my chest. Yes with my chest. Yes. Yes with my chest. Who? 34 days left. 34 days left before the 75-day deadline. Come on with it. Acquittal first, charges dismissed, and restitution. Yes. We are on the case. Karmelo walks free. We must know that the video at the school is done with another company. They can get it. And the Frisk District holds the original. Dwayne said that. They didn't turn over. Now, they did ask for the original. They said, no, this is our property. We're going to give you a copy. So somebody, it's two people. They got the original. They got the original. I actually did my own personal zoom in, and you can see them around Karmelo. Facts, we know that. When Karmelo starts to get up, they jump him. He's bent over and take off the stands, and the twins fall through the bottle. Yep. It was so many different videos that weekend, and they did it on purpose. They tried to be funny with Black America. They dropped it on Juneteenth, and they thought that we was going to be satisfied. Actually, it opened up the cans of worms and bust this whole case open. That video didn't show Karmelo Anthony did it. It did show that the twins was the aggressors, and they started everything. I said, well, somebody threw that white flag out there. How do they bring them home? In a prison van or special convoy? Listen, let me tell you one thing. Good question. I had already talked about this. I don't think it's going to be neither. I think Karmelo Anthony, when this thing get dismissed or he got on appeal, he's going to walk out under the cover of night, and then we'll hear the breaking news around 9 o'clock that morning or lunchtime or that afternoon that he was released several hours earlier for his safety. I don't think he's going to get released in broad daylight. It'll be under the cover of night. Under the cover of night. Hey, how you doing? Great comments. Good questions. Good question. Tony, does Mike Ho need to file a grievance along with the affidavit to make it more substantial? I heard not. Could be. If I was good question, buddy. I already talked to some family members behind the scenes. I think Mike Howard has already done that, which is why he gave this affidavit to Karmelo Anthony legal team, but he also got a copy for his own defense and his own protection. I think Mike Howard already did both, 2 in 1. I think he done killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I think he already did that. Hey, how you doing, Cowboy Nation? Hey, let me tell you one thing, Cowboy Nation. You better be glad if you're still in here. You better be glad that Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns is not on your radar this year for 2026-2027 season. I hope you're still in here. I hope you're still in here, because I know Jerry Jones wants Shedeur Sanders. But we're going to talk about that but I had to see that. As they were jumping him, that's when it looks like he could have poked him and up off the step, but the step definitely is self-defense. Listen, based off what the scene reenactment that we did over here, Karmelo Anthony will have to show me in court that he was the one that actually poked Austin in the chest at that angle. Because based off the demonstration over here, I can't see it. Not at that angle. Nick at Night Court. No. Yes, that's the one. Nick at Night Court, North Carolina. Yes, the trial was a doozy. North Carolina in the building. What's up, Carolina? So you're not a Panthers fan. You're a Cowboys Nation. That part, may all that dug a hole for others fall in the pit themselves. Yes. Mike Howard can testify as a Mike Howard can testify as an inmate. Good Lord. Dude admitted to stabbing the, oh gosh, we got one in here. Whatever. Hunter, whoever filed that, hit Austin in the chest, and all the other ones, commission of a felony, multiple assailants, domain, doctrine, all of them will be in jail. But guess what? They're not kids no more. They are actually adults. That go for Hunter too. They're saying they changed the transcript. I got you, Karen. 17. You cute. You are so cute over here. Do you know you're the only one in the room and I'm letting you breathe? You are too cute over here. You are too cute over here, troll. Let him breathe a little bit until I find out. They're saying, I got you, Karen. Well, you cute. This case is a crime against humanity and treason, in my humble opinion. Carmelo Anthony is a political. They called him a political prison. Now I know why he's a political prison. For the Democrats, for all of the Democrats, from the top to the bottom, Democrats. No appeal, no miracle. You are cute over here. Thank you, Tony. Amen. Why do you keep repeating the same? I think she didn't know. I was caught in. Karen, I got it. I got it, Karen. Oh gosh, we had a troll at him. Oh gosh. Let me tell you one thing. If you have a better chance of hitting the Powerball, make sure you come back over here to Tony Talks Vested Up Investors and split all of that with us. But you, trust me, Carmelo Anthony, you don't know nothing about the 34 remaining days. Bet. Bring your legal facts also. Come on with it. 420, it's a crime against humanity. When you railroad one person, it affects everybody connected to that person. My husband rolling through the chart. Yeah. Are you serious? The jury and the evidence in my fact, y'all, this another one. They don't know about Mike Howard's affidavit. I ain't pulling that up. They don't know about Mike Howard's affidavit. What evidence? Lay out the evidence. Come on with it. They released partial to contradict. Oh, I got that part. Yeah, I got that part. Yeah. I got that part. We already talked about that. Thank you, Tony, in chat, by using us. Going over the law and learning about violations of a defendant's right is greatly needed. Right. Because you never know, any of us, somebody that we close to, or somebody that we know, they may have to face the judge one day. But I don't wish that on nobody. Juries are manipulated all the times, so I don't trust no, not at all. And they found her guilty over a grainy video that you couldn't see nothing. Lying students testify. Carmelo. All of them 21 students, they couldn't even point out their own self in that grainy video. They're saying they changed the transcript. He's definitely defending himself. My belief is it is partial. Made up, right, Destin? My belief, if it's partial, it was made up to fit against Mike Howard. But you know, it's one thing they cannot doctor up in those transcripts. It's not going to be an expert that testified. They're going to look at Carmelo Anthony's mother and all her statements, and it's going to match Mike Howard's affidavit. They can do all they want to. Listen. They can do all they want to, but if this is the only thing, what is that? That's still not enough time. 13 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. When the judge is supposed to be a neutral party. 30 minutes. That's still not enough time for what Mike Howard had to do and discuss with Carmelo Anthony. Even if they doctored up the transcript to show 30 minutes, that still was not enough. That was just a lunch period, still not enough. When that young man had to consider everything that Mike Howard was telling him over a lunch period, still not enough. That boy defending himself. My belief is partial, made up to fit. Yep. Identification is eyewitness misidentification is the leading cause of wrongfully conviction. Oh gosh, Jesus. Who said that, Karen? He stabbed a bullet. He stabbed a bullet. He did stab a bullet, cowboy. You know what? Ghosts. Ghosts. Hey, how you doing, Bible Scriptures? APTTMHY. Because the prosecutor screwed up their testimony. Those people don't care about their testimony. They just want to come over here and try to disturb the peace and get some shine. They'll be all right. And he didn't stab him. He popped him. He definitely popped him. The whole entire blade did not even go in Austin. And he only hit him once. And they said that was premeditated murder. He only hit him once and the blade didn't even go in. That's if he did it. I don't think he did it, but that's if he did it. The blade didn't even go in the whole entire 3.5 inches. It only went in 2 inches. Austin Metcalf time on this earth was tied to 2 inches. But we already know the primary cause of death unofficially is drug overdose. Unofficially. And whatever wound, even some people saying he had 2 wounds, one in the chest, one in the stomach. Now I can see Carmelo slicing him across the stomach. I can see that one. But in the chest, now Carmelo Anthony will have to show me that one. And he didn't stab him, he popped him. That little racist punk and his brother and the 2 other boys would have been minding their business. His unarmed ass would be here now, wouldn't he? Facts, Sherry Stone. Austin was a child. What was Carmelo? Come on. Y'all are hitting back tonight. Come on with it. They think that Carmelo Anthony was a 21, 31, 41-year-old man. And you see how they look at our black boys as grown men, even when they're the same age. The devil is a lie, but he's gone. I removed his chats. TJ Davis. The state of Texas, if more than one person, they don't get it right, Sherry. Multiple assailants domain rule. If more than one person jumps on you, is considered a lethal weapon, and you have the right to defend yourself with whatever weapon of opportunity you can get your hand on. But they don't want to tell you that, y'all. They don't want to tell you that. And I'm gonna look at Nick at night, and then every night I still may go over, let's say two or three states per night regarding self-defense and multiple assailant laws. If y'all have them in your state, I'm gonna start that up. The lawyer speaking on a new trial. It has to be in the next county over, but connected to the first. Oh, the new trial. Okay. We talking about the recusal. Could be. Well, if that's the case, that's Dallas. We'll take that. That's Dallas. We'll take that. What's up, 420? I'm legally blind. Wow. All right, investors, y'all are in the right place. Wow. It is an honor. To have y'all investors among us. I just said that Dallas County is select. Yes, sir. Tony, I think you call. I ain't call you no troll. No. Bunny, I know you, Bunny. Why would I call you a troll? Even though I'm reading your comment, I'm looking at what other people are saying under that. I could know that it was a troll in the room. Bunny, now you know, Bunny, I know you. Why would I call you a troll? Bunny? Denton County is on the north side. Nah, we don't want that. Because they got the same demographics as Collins County. That was a wonderful thing you did for your grandmother. Yeah. I love my grandmama. If the prison guards took Carmelo to the men's room prior to him returning and being given the instruction about testifying or not, can be verified by times. That's if they don't manipulate the times now. But you're right, Flo. Tony, you are covered by the blood. Come on, thank you. Covered by the blood. You are muted. Yeah, I took him out of there. Thank you for that, Shirley. Tony, you are covered by the blood. I'm standing strong, and y'all stand with me. But like I said, if I only got 1 or 2, I'm here. I'm here. I wouldn't doubt if they recorded it just for the kickback. Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You said something right there. You said something right there. No, you're not natural. You are natural. Gotcha. Rutherford. Gotcha. The judge's last name is pronounced in round with Carl. Oh, Sid. Oh, Harle. Oh, thank you for you a new Vesta. Now, did you just come in here just to correct me? But welcome to the room. You got another Dallas. Okay, Harle. Okay. He done been Harle. He was Harle, and now he's Harle. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Am I muted? I know I'm not muted, right? Audio check, audio check. Audio check. No, I'm not muted. With the blood of Jesus. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tony. Am I? Audio check, audio check. Audio check. Audio check, audio check. Audio check. Okay, I'm fine now. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Okay, thank you. Well, I don't know what y'all missed. Gosh, I don't know what y'all missed. Man, because I was seeing my microphone on. Okay, I'm going to pick up right here. Covered in the blood of Jesus. Thank you so much. Let's see right here. Denton County. I was talking about it was an honor. It was an honor to support the investors over here that are legally blind. You are so welcome. The lawyer speaking on a new trial has to be in the next county over, but connected to the first county. I'll take Dallas County for that. Okay, if the state of Texas, if more than one person jumps on you, is considered a legal weapon, and you have the right to defend yourself. And that's when I said, at that time, that's when I said that along with Nick and Night videos, every night I'm going to include 2 to 3 states where I'm going to cover the rules and the law in your state regarding self-defense, and also self-defense and multi-assailant, if you had some type of law equivalent to the multi-assailant law in Texas. So every night I'm going to address 2 to 3 states. Okay, I should be good now. She's not muted. There's a problem with the internet. Okay, can't hear you. I hope I should be good now. Let me scroll down. Okay. Oh, you was hearing me the whole time? I can hear. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me go back up. Pat Fallon. Did y'all miss what I said about Pat Fallon? But it's okay. Hey, for the ones that couldn't hear me, just tell me how long was I muted. Was it 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 30 seconds? Pat Fallon is on record. He donates to Dallas. Listen, flow. Pat Fallon is on record. He donates to Dallas Baptist University, Boys and Girls Club, Frisco Family Service, Meals on Wheels. Imagine how that ties into the witnesses. Let me tell you one thing about this flow. It don't matter. Listen, if you don't know about evil people, they always try to, how can I say it, balance out their bad deeds with good deeds. They always try to cover up their wicked hand by doing good. I don't care what he did for the Boys and Girls, Frisco Family Services, Meals on Wheels. Imagine how those ties into the witnesses. What I do know, he's supposed to be caring for all constituents, and that also means the Anthony family. Do y'all remember those slides and that audio clip of what he said about Carmelo Anthony on Fox News? And he used his own post. I'm not talking about on his social media platforms. I'm not talking about his own private social media platforms. He said that with his chest on U.S. Congressman Pat Fallon's page, Congress. So I don't care what he did. All he's trying to do is balance out his bad karma with good karma. No. AI uses can rewrite the script expeditiously. The cloud has it. Facts. Transcripts were No court recorders exist now. Can they now be altered, doctor? Listen, right now, Collins County, they already got enough criminal charges against them. They should just write it up as is, because it'll come out. It'll come out if they doctored it. I was here, but I won't put it past their insiders to tamper with the original. Let me tell you one thing. Whoever that, I put it like this, whoever that court reporter is, let me set the stage for you. Whoever that court reporter is, she may know Judge Roach. Judge Roach may have given her bonuses, given her presents at Christmas, may have, hold on. All right, that was just a mod telling me I was good on the audio. Judge Roach may have been so nice and friends with these recorders, but let me tell you one thing. When you got the higher courts, let's say the Texas Appellate Court, called you in and asked you about these transcripts, or even worse, the FBI comes knocking on your door and start questioning you about the transcripts, or the Department of Justice sends down a special investigator to talk to you, miss, whoever you are, about these transcripts, watch that pressure. She's going to start singing like a canary too. So if she has manipulated the transcripts, watch this pressure. Matter of fact, if she has already did this because John Roach is telling her everything's going to be okay, she thinking about it again, because let the Texas Court of Appeals call her up there and give her oath and sworn testimony. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They tampered with Karmelo's cell phone. In my opinion, who knows what they input in his media cell phone. Wow. Let me tell you one thing. I'm glad you brought that up. It's something called auditing. This is cybersecurity auditing. If they tampered with his media and text messages, how can Karmelo Anthony text behind bars? I got you. I know where you're going. Well, Tony, they could have fabricated a message when Karmelo Anthony, let's say it was under the tent or before the tent. Okay. There's a certain way that everybody communicates, right? If they doctored up that in Karmelo Anthony's cell phone, right? I forgot what they call the people. They actually analyze language. They'll be able to look at all of those text messages and say, nah, this is Karmelo Anthony's normal form of writing. This text message right here, somebody else wrote that. Trust me, it's people that look at languages, handwritings, even how they form sentences. I forgot what they called. But listen, if they did, if they did all this, Karmelo Anthony would probably be walking away with $500 million from all the lawsuits in Texas. Oh my gosh. And that means police officers, forensics, media forensics, digital forensics, everybody going to jail. And if Karmelo Anthony was that guilty, why go through all of this? Why go through all of this for a young man if he's guilty? Man, please. Could Mike Howard plan to expose everybody? Yes. And show us really? Yes. Yes. The question to all of the Vestas: could Mike Howard plan to expose everyone and to show us what really happened, especially with the judge, how accepting bribes to railroad young black men? Mike Howard can start saying it. Let me tell you one thing. Besides the Karmelo Anthony case, Mike Howard, now that he's already opened the door to get full immunity, he may say, I got more information to share with you, FBI. I got more information to share with you, Department of Justice. To get full immunity? Oh my gosh. That's the newspaper reporting discrepancy, not the actual transcripts. I'm trying to tell you, talk about it. I'm trying to tell you, more transcribers use audio to help them converting the documents. So likely there's audio, which is very difficult. Right. Chiquita, right. Listen, in a high profile case like this, somebody got something. If not, that should be called into questioning for John Roach, especially since he didn't want the media in there. And that's going to open up another can of worms, because we heard from John Roach's own mouth that he didn't want the media in there because he didn't want the defense to change the way that they was defending. He didn't want the prosecutor to feel some type of way and stop prosecuting the case the way he wanted to. He didn't want the witnesses to feel like they couldn't say certain things. I said, John Roach, what are you saying? John Roach said that in his own 18-minute interview. The reason why he didn't want cameras in there, he felt like the lawyers, the witnesses, and the judge himself wouldn't be able to be themselves. Well, tell us exactly how they feel. That should be questioned. His interview is going to come back and bite him in so many ways. It's already coming back to bite him, because in that interview, it shows where he was not a neutral party. He said in that interview, he thought all along that Carmelo Anthony was guilty. So really, Judge Harle, pronounced like Carl, that's all. Go to the interview. And the interview is in the appeal packet for the recusal of John Roach. He killed himself in the foot. The discrepancy was Carmelo was given 30 minutes to decide to testify, not 10. Even I said, and I think maybe this is where I was muted at, 30 minutes is not long enough. 30 minutes to me is still not long enough. 30 minutes? That's a lunch period. 30 minutes is not long enough. 10 or 30 is still not long enough. So they could change it. 30 minutes is still not long enough. And they would have to ask John Roach, why allow him 30 minutes when his life is on? No, 30 minutes is not long enough. In our advocating, we consider inmates to be a derogatory label meant to demean our loved ones. We call them incarcerated citizens. Incarcerated citizen. Texas, the state of Texas, has already paid out $100 million in wrongful convictions to incarcerated civilians before the Carmelo Anthony case. Imagine how much Carmelo Anthony is going to get alone. They need to get that IT company to secure that video in an offsite facility. The stakes are high and evidence can be burnt down, the whole building. Let me tell you one thing, Flo. In a high-profile case like this, let that video not show up under FBI request, Department of Justice request, Texas Court of Appeal. Let that video not show up, even as at the Texas Court of Appeals level. Oh my gosh, heads will be rolling. It needs to be a RICO fax. I'm waiting to hear Carmelo's mouth. Me too, Flo. I'm waiting to hear it from Carmelo's mouth if he used a weapon in his self-defense. I want to know too. T.J. Davis, rest peacefully, yes. Remember Diddy paid for video to go when he got duped? LOL. Remember Diddy paid for a video to go away, yet he got duped and the video got out to somebody with ISD. Going to release that clear tape for a fee to the new lawyers. They got to turn it over by law. Carmelo did not poke. No blood splatter. I totally agree. Autopsy, there it is. Autopsy showing 2 wounds entries. Let's get that validated. They would not listen. It has to be something about that autopsy. It has to be something about that autopsy. I don't care if it's the number 1 cause of death being a DO or overdose or 2 wounds. It is a reason. They didn't bring that autopsy nor toxicology report to trial. There's something in the autopsy that will also blow this whole entire case open. Okay, what high-profile case or any case, they agreed to not bringing in the knife. It will not be introduced in trial. We know that also for a fact. That supports Mike Howard affidavit. The autopsy report, not brought to court. Toxicology report, not brought to court. In what case these items are not brought to court? I've never heard of it before. Now, murder weapon is one thing. If they can't find it, buried, thrown in the water, but they have the weapon and still wouldn't bring it to court. This is beyond this, right? And not one expert, right? Not one expert witness, just expert lies by those 21 witnesses, right? And Mike Howard couldn't even bring in the witnesses that was going to support Carmelo Anthony case that morning under the tent. They said that Austin was the aggressor. He was highly aggressive. He was a bully. Defense said, nope, you can't bring that in. I said, oh my gosh. It's true that there's a greater chance being wrongfully convicted than winning the lottery. I'm so glad everybody is seeing it and learning this hands-on. Yes. Cindy Lawrence said, hope everyone gets the poll and vote. Don't let what your ancestors fought for be in vain. For everybody in Texas, Ken Paxton, I think he's going to be on the ballot this year. I think Texas AG Paxton. Oh, hold on. I think Pat Fallon is going to be on the ballot. I could be wrong about that one, but I know Texas AG Paxton is going to be on the ballot. He is so bad, even the Republicans don't even want him back in office. Even the Republicans don't want him back in office. And guess who turned him into the FBI? Conservative Republicans. His own, we looked it up one night, his own insiders. Guess who those insiders were? His senior lawyers. Y'all got to go back to those 2 videos I did on Ken Paxton. He is so bad. His senior lawyers called the FBI to report what Ken Paxton was doing in Texas. So Texas, Pat Fallon may be on the ballot. If not, he'll be on the ballot next year or 2 more years. Get him out of there. Then you got Ken Paxton. He's definitely going to be on the ballot this year. And in Texas, the Texas Court of Appeals for this year, for this midterm, got 3 open seats. Texas. Please do the right thing. Carmelo Anthony is just one example. What if it was you or somebody else that you know? Texas is going to have 3 open appellate judge seats. If you don't believe me, go over there and look at Thelma Anderson, the Public Opinion Court, her channel. Texas is going to have 3 open seats on the appellate judge. Do what you got to do, Texas. How can I see in the video I have so you can see? No, we already saw that, baby. Shakeala Thomas, we don't saw the videos. We believe you. We believe you. But listen, I don't look at so many videos with that grainy videos. I got headaches because of that grainy video. But I believe you. We've seen exactly what you said. Trust me. We've seen exactly what you said. It was 30 minutes. They had restroom breaks, and they were waiting for Bill Whiskey to return to the courtroom. That's on the transcript. Oh, it wasn't 30 minutes. Okay, Tat's wifey type. It wasn't 30 minutes. They had a restroom breaks and were waiting for Bill Whiskey to return to the courtroom. All right. This is what I heard. He was poked in the abdominal, and they were doing chest compressions. Wasn't no chest poke. Damn, did they lie about that too? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I don't have that slide in here no more. I'll pull up tomorrow. Well, the medical examiner on that white sheet that I got from the prosecution state's exhibit, they got a chest wound right here. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Love him mercy. Okay, yeah, I don't have it in the slide deck. What if Fallon's son did the poker? Facts. We said that, Katrina. If Texas stand your ground, if Texas stand your ground law is for one citizen, it must be for all. Rags flow. They forget about that because it was put it on the black kid, Carmelo Anthony. Free Carmelo, wrongfully convicted. Mike Howard asked for him to be sentenced the same day. I said that earlier. Bible scriptures. Carmelo Anthony was the same age as Metcalf, except for being the Metcalf was held back a grade. Dwayne told that too. They was held back a grade because they wanted to look better against the younger football players. It happens. Miss Tony Vested. What's up, Monica? Miss Tony Vested. I think Hunter unalive Austin trying to unlock. We all said that too. Monica, we have said the same thing. I even demonstrate, and a lot of investors came under that video and confirmed that Hunter is left-handed. And based off that wound on the medical examination, a left-handed aggressor would have caused that hole in the chest. Now, it's doubts about the holes in the chest. But we agree with you, Monica. We all said that for weeks. Exactly, Tony. They think we're stupid, but we're not. Facts, Pamela Way. Why did the prosecutor bring the knife up? I just said that. Because it was 2 stabs and 2 wounds, chest and abdominal. Carmelo didn't stab Austin in the chest. No. God bless you. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. Listen, Bonnie. I want to see. They didn't even let it go. No autopsy. No toxicology report. No nothing. No weapon. No nothing. So what are we talking about? You all must know it was time for Austin to go. I don't know if y'all heard me. Maybe I was muted at the time. I said Austin's time to leave this earth in transition was associated with a 2-inch poke. The blade was 3.5 inches. Carmelo Anthony, for everybody that said, oh, he stabbed it to that. Carmelo, if that's the case, Carmelo Anthony didn't even insert or didn't have enough force behind the plunge of the poke to insert it 3.5 inches. It only went in 2 inches, according to Collins County. Lord have mercy. You all know it was Austin time to go. It was just a poke, and he was out of here. They were bullies, and his time was up. 2 inches took him out. Now, we've heard of multiple wounds. We also heard of the possibility of a drug overdose. Either which way, that was his time to leave this earth. You are fine. Thank you. No, that's on their side. You were muted. You weren't muted. Oh, okay. Loud and clear. Yeah, because I was looking at my microphone. The students lied on the stand to help the appeal. That's why he didn't object. That's why I want Mike Howard to tell it all. That affidavit, even though it was multiple pages long, 30 paragraphs, Mike Howard held off. I think Mike Howard held off a little bit for his own defense. I can hear you. Thank you so much. I was hearing the whole time. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Because I know I was hearing myself. You were never muted on my end. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Hold on then. Let me go back to my music. Hold on. Oh, we finna ride back out. And see, that's why I like to play the music, because it keeps me at a certain pace. To get you in, to get you out. I'm going to get you in, and I'm going to get you out. Because what? It's almost been 3 hours, and I know y'all got to get tomorrow. I got to get tomorrow, but I'm going to get you in and get you out. You were never muted on my side. See, okay. There was a short internet interruption a while back. Ignore the you're on mute comments. Okay. Preach, Pastor T. Preach, Pastor T. Oh my God. Preach, Pastor T. Come on with it. Frisco Independent School District owns the video. Right? I just said this. Maybe I was mute on some people's side, but I said that video belongs to Frisk D. Okay? Dwayne said Frisk D, they gave the police a copy. They said they wanted the original, but they said they gave them a copy. So even Frisk D got an original copy. Come on with it. Come on with it. The donations list means people covered up by those phones can be compromised, so they would not be good witnesses in the new trial. Jury selection. Got it. And I also said Pat Fallon only did that to balance out his bad karma with a little bit of good karma. They do this to hide the wickedness of the hands of what they doing behind the scenes. Because if Pat Fallon was a U.S. congressman over Texas, and he knows that Ken Paxton is having a field day with the taxpayers' money, and the FBI was sniffing and was about to handcuff him with the Department of Justice, if Ken Paxton is so evil at his position, you know the top is evil and the bottom is evil, because Ken Paxton is still in there. Texas, please do right by midterm. Go ahead and get Ken Paxton out of that position. Even the Republicans want him out of there. He's so bad. I'm not lying. I promise you I'm not lying. We went over that in the Ken Paxton videos. 2 to 3 I dedicated just to himself alone. That man is bad. That man is bad. Pat Fallon trying to cover up the dirt he doing. Come on with it. Carmelo mama said Carmelo sent her an email that there was an incident. How was that possible when he didn't have a cell phone? That must have been a person that had his phone. No, from where I heard it flow, somebody had called Kayla and told her that it was an incident at the school. That's when Kayla said, that's when she looked and saw that his phone was at the police office. And that's when she went to the, that's what I think it was. But she said somebody had called her and told her about an incident at the school. Hey, how you doing, Tony Casello 912? How are y'all doing today? Great informational. Savannah, Georgia. What's up, Savannah? What's up, Savannah in the house? I got Atlanta, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. What's up, Savannah? Ooh. What's up, Savannah? I know about Savannah. Do you think in his appeal, is they gonna show the real video? Yes. Listen. Okay. Let me turn this down. So I covered this. Now, because of Mike Howard's affidavit, they could be exceptions to the rule. Now, in the appeal, from what I'm getting from many sources, in the appeal process itself, they don't look at new evidence. However, and I got to check the appeal to see even they brought up the video. But I'm thinking, and what I'm saying is, for those regarding the newer trial, I would ask for it. I would definitely want to see all of the evidence before I issue a new trial. I want to see all the evidence. And I'm going to see that granny video. And I'm going to say, let me see the original video. Because if you got a distorted video, you had to have the original video to distort a video. So I'm pretty sure they got the power. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in question. I'm going to say yes, softly. I'm going to say this case is so egregious. I'm going to say yes. That's my opinion. Pat Fallon said he knew the witnesses and called Nolan he called Carmelo a scumbag and spread false narratives against. No, he was looking at for trouble. Carmelo, yeah. He forgot the truth coming out. Listen, isn't it funny? Look at God, y'all. What's his name? Pat Fallon, he did that interview with Fox News on the 9th of June, the same day as the guilty verdict, not knowing in 5 to 6 days, Carmelo Anthony's new legal team was going to be assembled and do it pro bono. I bet Pat Fallon messed up his pants that day. Oh my gosh. What? He got 6 lawyers. Y'all remember they was even upset that Carmelo Anthony had 6 lawyers. And then, he probably calmed down after he cleaned up himself. Okay, he was calmed down. And then you mean to tell me 1 month later, less than 30 days, Mike Howard has rolled over on the judge, the prosecutor, and himself? Oh my gosh. That's why I said Pat Fallon behind the scenes is saying, not my son. This is so corrupt on so many levels. It got so many avenues. All we're going to do is sit back. We already know this thing is going to be bigger than OJ criminal case. This thing has so many holes and corruptions on the side. Oh my God. Is Texas about to be brought down? Texas is about to be brought down. He forgot the truth. Ain't no way that Pat Fallon, even Jeff Metcalf, would have went on Fox News and gave those interviews saying all that stuff with his chest of watermelon Fallon. You mean to tell me that Jeff Metcalf has also given us evidence on how Austin thought? And even in Mike Davis' affidavit, he said the prosecutor already know that Austin Metcalf was the primary aggressor. What we talking about? That goes against, actually, matter of fact, that supports Carmelo Anthony's self-defense case. The prosecutor said that Austin Metcalf was the primary aggressor. What do we... I can hear you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got to get y'all out of here. His mother said Carmelo emailed her to say there was an incident. Oh, emailed her there was an incident. I didn't hear about the incident. That means that email out the... Now, see, now one thing that I know about, now emailing her, now let me tell you one thing. Listen, I've had loved ones in jail that has used the email system. That means that he already was booked behind the jails and had money on his books. In order for them to even send emails out or receive emails, you got to have money on the books. I don't think they had already. Now, I can see now. I know you do still get one call. Y'all remember everybody get that one call. Maybe he did call him, but an email doing questioning, they should have just gave him his free phone call. They should have just gave him his free phone call. But we shall see. If Carmelo was guilty, that's clear. Listen, you got me stuttering. If Carmelo was guilty, that clear video would be playing everywhere like commercials. Yes. They would have released that on Juneteenth. And if they would have released that and it showed exactly what it showed, it still would have been self-defense, because we know that video, even the distorted video, showed that Hunter and Austin and two of his friends or three of his friends, they approached Carmelo. So it still would have showed that Carmelo Anthony acted in self-defense, which is why they distorted it. To the high school, not the jail. These pays dissidents are working hard for their kibbles and bits today. Oh, they in here deep, huh? Philadelphia request a video. Amen, Basil Jefferson. Amen. Should we believe Mike Howard, who states 10 minutes? Either way, it's not enough. 10 or 30 minutes, it's not enough. Especially when your life is on the line, it's not enough. 30 minutes is not alone. Why? Here's why deals done off the record are pure evil. 30 minutes is still not enough. I will always believe Hunter unalive Austin. Facts. Bring the toxicology report, the autopsy report, and the alleged weapon with cut. Yes, DNA. They even brought a video. They even brought the wrong gloves to convict. Oh, come on with it. Marsha Clark and Feldman. They didn't bring the poker, but yeah. The charge. They didn't bring the poker, but charge. My husband was charged with a firearm. They didn't have in court. And they was in Texas too, right? God, was he in Texas? OG prison wife. Everything was a cover up to be in favor of the prosecution. And Judge Roach, don't chance that the Republicans won't stand on business and keep their constituents away. If you snooze, you lose. Take nothing for granted. Vote no matter what they say. And the Republicans won't pick Ken Paxton out of there. Yes, that's how they do it. And is the world going to see the real video? I think so. Especially with the new trial. But if the only basis of convicting Carmelo Anthony with premeditated murder was the grainy video. That means the crystal clear video should exonerate him from all the charges and dismiss the charges. We should see, yeah, even if they dismiss the charges, the news also in breaking news should show the real video. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yes. I'm going to say yes, Basil. How is Hunter and Eddie had blood on their clothes and Carmelo had no blood on his clothes? Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Justine. Make it make sense. How is it that Hunter and Eddie had bloods on their clothes, but Carmelo allegedly did the poking and didn't have no blood on his clothes? They don't care nothing about that, Justine. Thank you for that, Justine. Thelma needs to get one of those seats. Yes. And the other two needs to push for our people to get those seats. Texas got to go to the polls. Texas has to go to the polls. We heard the monster lies Pat Fallon said in the news about Carmelo. He is delusional. He got to protect his son. He got to protect his son. Oh my God. What? He's left-handed? He messed it. He is left-handed. So many people, different vessels came under there and said he is definitely left-handed. I didn't even know people was going to answer the question. They say he's left-handed under multiple videos, because I've asked it several times, especially under the CSI forensic videos. People say, oh, he's left-handed. I said, oh my gosh. He's left-handed, y'all. I agree, Tony. Make me sick to my stomach. What the hell, the graded video? That graded video give me headaches. What the hell, the graded video? No autopsy, no truthful witness, no experts for defense. Don't be surprised if the video is dropped after the 75-day. And when is the 75-day deadline? August. On a Friday is August the 21st. Sunday, August the 23rd. We're going to see something. Oh my God. Listen, don't be surprised if the video is dropped after these 75 days. We hear Pat Fallon monstrous lies he told on Carmelo. He was way too invested for a reason. His son. Oh, that quarterback son. Oh, that quarterback son. I love your personality, God-fearing. Thank you so much for that. Monica Gaines. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, all I'm going to say, if you don't like NFL, if I got Shador Sanders on the thumbnail, do not come into the room. Don't come into the room. It's going to be live and lit. Don't come in here doing NFL season. But thank you for that, sweetie. Thank you. Free Carmelo in Jesus' name. Amen. It's day 41. We're still going to keep pushing. Now we know that the official deadline is August 21st, 23rd. We got 34 more days. And I don't think it's going to take that long. I don't think it's going to take the whole entire 75 days. This is your calling, sister. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Our people need you. See, now y'all finna make me go radio style. I'm finna turn off the camera. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Philadelphia. Oh, you from Philadelphia? Thank you. Man, y'all finna make me start blushing up in here. I've been good these last days. The Lord is not gonna let them cover it up. They don't understand what God can do. No, they don't. They don't, Monica. They don't, Monica. Texas was a strong red due to the things going on. It is said that I heard that too. I think in the last election, they was looking for Texas to turn a little purple. Now, according to Chris King, Texas is a very Democratic state. Well, Tony, why are they always red? According to Christopher King, because he lived in Texas, he said that Texas is a Democratic state, but the Democrats don't come out to vote. That's what he said. The Democrats don't come out to vote. And I'm going to leave it right there. I thought Carmelo's phone was destroyed. This is what I heard in your chat. I'm hearing that too, that it was destroyed. And I also heard it at other podcasters that it was destroyed. So I'm not sure. On her short clip video, someone is running a clip where Kayla said she learned by email. And in another podcast, she didn't know anything. So she tracked his phone to locate him. And I'm hearing, it was one in the interview, I think she said somebody called her. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I got to go back and check those. Because it has been 41 days. So that's why I'm always trying to do a refresh. a refresh. But I need to check that too. Oh, what a terrible way we weave when we practice to deceive. Come on, Justin, you must be drinking already. Oh, what a terrible web we weave when we practice to deceive. Yeah, you drinking already. Pat Fallon got the okay stomach diarrhea parasite. Yeah, Pat Fallon, he tore up his pants that day when he heard that team got assembled. The new accounts do give you a few steps to email. Oh, when you first set up the account to email. Okay. Gotcha. After that, the family has to use funds. Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, it's so much corruption going on against our young men. I wrote Nolan. You good? You good. Praying for Carmelo family and all the families who are going through this injustice. And don't just know, I'm still looking for Daniel Erving's affidavit, but since it's an ongoing trial, I don't know if they're going to release that, but I am going to look for that affidavit. No, mine in Florida, but wrongful convictions happen. No, mine's in Florida. Okay, your husband, but wrongful convictions happen all over. I've covered over 37 cases of wrong conviction all over. Hey, so let me know if you would want to, let's say, especially on a Saturday or a Sunday, if you would like to come up, because I will let you come up on my platform, and so you could tell everybody regarding some of the wrongfully convicted cases that you've covered, because I would love to hear them. So let me know if you want to entertain me, and I would definitely give you a spot on my platform for you to come up. You could go radio style, or you can even show your face, because we want to hear all of the different cases. 37 wrongfully convicted cases all over this country. Let me know what you think. You got my email, and we can set up a time, because I definitely will invite you up and give you the spotlight, and I sit back and we listen to you. So let me know, sister, because you got a lot to say, and I'm willing to put you right up here on the platform, and you can tell all that you know. But I welcome you to the room. I'll let you decide that. You know, them devils turn red in their faces when caught with their racist rhetoric and hateful speech out in public, doing the most. Facts, Bunny. Did Hunter go home and check? Why he didn't ride in the M-Lambs? I don't know why he didn't ride in that, but he definitely went home and changed clothes. The real reason the video is granny is because Austin did it, and the Pat Fallon son was under there. But first, I did, because it was Austin, so they had to pin it on Carmelo. Let's see here. 75 days would have been from the date of the incident. No, Flo. No. From the guilty verdict. Let me go ahead and put that back up. The guilty verdict. Hold on. I got the slide right here. Here's the Texas timeline. What's that? Slide 15. Slide 15. Here we go. 15. Here's where I'm getting the 75 days from. This is the 75 days. Let me go back to 15. Oh, no. It's 16. Here we go. 16. Day 0 is sentencing day. Here's the timeline. Oh, no. I did put it on the right one, didn't I? Here we go. Here's the timeline. That's the 75 days. That's the 75 days. By day 75 after sentencing, the trial court must sign a written order granting or denying the motion. That's where we get the 75 days. Day 0 is sentencing. Within 30 days, we already hit that target. The defendant must file for a motion for new trial. The motion may also be amended during the 30-day period. So that means, based off this here, is no more amendment to the appeal process. So within the 10 days after filing, which we are already in that, the motion must be present to a trial court, although the court may allow presentation and hearing later, as long as it still falls within the 75-day period. So who knows? So it said within 10 days. So that was the 9th they filed it. Yep. And look, the 10 days was yesterday. which is funny. Carmelo Anthony, 40 days and 40 nights behind jail. Oh my gosh. Y'all, do y'all see how this thing is lining up? This thing is spiritual. Carmelo Anthony, within 30 days and within 10 days after filing, the motion should be presented to the trial court, although the court may allow presentation and hearing later as long as it falls within the same overall 75-day period. That was Carmelo Anthony, 40 days and 40 nights behind bars. Oh my gosh. Free Carmelo, free Carmelo, free Carmelo. So the date is June the 9th when he was sentenced. It's day 0. Democrats don't come out midterms, so get them to mail in or walk in. Oh, Hunter did it. Hunter did it. I agree. Miss Tony Vested Up, thank you. Miss Lakeisha, introvert rock star, no captivity with freezer for dedication to the Carmelo Sincere Anthony case and keeping us all updated with this young man. You're welcome, Bridget. You're welcome. Listen, I said as long as I got breath in my body and a sound mind, and I can make it to this camera, I'm here. I'm so angry at the people who make fun of Carmelo. God does not sleep. God laughs at our enemy. He gets the final say. Looking at Carmelo's picture make me sad, but God, bottom of my tears. Understand. When I see his picture, I pick up my weapon like a warrior, and I feel like I gotta go another day. Some fight, some cry, some pray, some intervene. I want to pick up my weapon and go to Texas. Somebody finna take that out the wrong way, but I fight in the spirit. I fight in the spirit. I hope all these white devils that had harmed Carmelo got cut off. Justice is coming for Carmelo. These demons won't get away with it. Free Carmelo. Thank you, Bridget. I hope all these white devils pay for his harm. Carmelo, Nolan, and all our black youth. I'm sick of this. I know, Tanya. Let me hear. Tanya, you may just be coming in here. There's a video I did. This is the thumbnail. The haters and trolls killed the video. The algorithm don't even promote this video anymore. But this is the thumbnail. It has on Shador Sanders, Taylor Green, Carmelo Anthony, and the title is Targeted. Black male athletes under attack. Please go out to watch that video. I give you my reasons why. It's multiple reasons why. Trust me. And there's a reason why black sports athletes are being targeted. It's a lot of people in Texas can't vote because of the felonies. Well, for all of the Democrats that can vote, please go out and vote. I couldn't cover them all if I did the all day, every day. I definitely will. It's been my life's work for 24 years. Like I said, reach out to me if you want to come up on this platform and just tell us some of the things, how some of these people have been wrongfully convicted and how the justice system worked against them in their wrongful convictions. And that Pat Man's son and Hunter probably did it. They raised spawns that commit evil facts. Release Carmelo while they're, we say this every time. Yes. Release Carmelo while he's guiding all of this evil mess. Be one of a kind. When I saw the picture of the poker they claimed Carmelo used, I saw 2 different pokers. People said that it was 2 different color weapons. Yes. The 75 days I was speaking about was the video coverage. Oh, the date of the incident up to was viewed. Oh. Well, listen, let me tell you one thing. If that's the case, Frisco Independent School District, whatever that S stands for, they need to be held accountable for that. Why would you destroy? Listen, you're destroying evidence in an ongoing case, ongoing criminal trial. They should be brought up on charges too. For an ongoing investigation in criminal crime. They should be brought up on charges too. Release Carmelo while fixing all this evil mess outright. Salute to Tony. Hey, how you doing, enigmatic son? Free Carmelo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's spiritual. 40 days, 40 nights. The Most High speaks in mysterious ways. Come on with it, Flo. White Devils, the black kid. Here we go. No, the black kid defended himself from a bully white kid. Say it right. Say it right. The black kid self-defended himself against the white kid bully. Say it right now. Say it right. Lucky flesh, flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Say it right now. Carmelo Anthony, the kid that you're referring to, he defended himself against a white aggressive bully. Even the prosecutor said that he knew that Austin was the primary aggressor. Say it right. You're not going to come over here and have your way and come up here and spin all these narratives. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. That's just it. They would be way more educated voters. One of the pokers had blood. One of the pokers had blood on it, didn't it? I didn't. Well, who knows? They didn't bring it up in court. They wouldn't even let the weapon come up in court, and they never even addressed the DNA on the knife. On the knife. You gotta be crazy. I'm not even gonna put up your comments. You know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. Or you want it to be the truth. But either way, Mike Howard has already said what needs to be said. The prosecutor. That joker said that I'm lying about Mike Howard's affidavit regarding the prosecutor. Oh, my. Do y'all see some of these people don't even know what's going on? Oh, they don't even know what Mike Howard has done. Go out and do your own investigation. Oh gosh, Jesus. Let's see here, Tony. I'm not sure that Frisco ISD erased the video, the 11-minute version, but the third-party IT company who backed it up, hopefully they backed it up, only kept footage of the specific days. Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, that's what you're saying. Well, let me tell you one thing. I do know this because everybody said, including Dwayne, Texas AG Ken Paxton, he suppressed the video. So he must have suppressed. He got a copy. He suppressed the copy. Somebody got a copy. Somebody got a copy. Yes, if I brought this up too, I Googled this. If the twins knew jujitsu, they were a weapon. Facts. They didn't have to register, but based off their skills, they were considered weapons. But nobody gonna talk about that. Nobody's gonna go talk about that. That's why. Hello? Got you. Okay, somebody. Okay. 1 second. Ghosts. I got you. Thank you, Maud. I got it out. That's what we know the real weapon is not used by Carmelo, Eddie, and Hunter did it. I'm going to read the last few, and then we're gone. Oh gosh, it's been over 3 hours. Y'all, oh my gosh, y'all done hit me. Oh my gosh, I got to get y'all out of here. And I know y'all got to go to work, and I got to go to work too. Oh gosh. Got you, Ma. I think Roach is going to use his... Who? No, Bridget. Bridget. No. I got to pull this up, y'all. No. Bridget, you probably missed it. No. For everybody, you already know that what I'm about to pull up. No. Judge Roach. No. Here we go. Slide 39. We already went over the punishments for a judge that act like John Roach in his corruption. No. You see number 4? That's the wrong one. Hold on. That's 39. Hold on. You see number 4? Read number 4. They mad because the truth is coming out. God is in control. Facts. 100. That's why they buried Austin's fast, so they wouldn't be able to show he was poked in 2 different places. Let me tell you one thing. Now, I'm hearing that they cremated him, or did they give him a regular burial? I heard they cremated him so that if something like this came up and they didn't expect for this to come out so fast, that they wouldn't be able to exhume his body and do another independent autopsy to see the actual wounds. I heard they cremated him. Did they cremate him or did they bury him? Because if they buried him with a subpoena or warrant or with the right, whatever legal jargon, they can exhume the body. They can exhume the body. Probably what's left of it regarding those wounds. But the roach is toast. Amen. Amen. For everybody, number 4 said regarding John Roach, loss of judicial office and retirement benefits. Oh, for a time like this, if a judge found guilty of serious misconduct, may lose judicial office and also could face consequences affecting retirement and pension benefits. John Roach, you don't know this, sir. Come to the stand. Come to the stands and raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. I want to hear what his testimony is going to be. But Vestus, that's it. It's been 3 hours and 24 minutes. Ooh, Lord. I got through all the comments, though. I got through all the comments. So, Vestus, tonight, now remember, today is day 41. Based off this timeline today, Karmelo Anthony case, motions to recuse John Roach, and for a new trial, had 34 days left. When we wake up tomorrow, it'll be day 42, and then we'll have only 33 more days, 33 more days at the latest, at the most, to get updates regarding these motions. And it's appeal, and it's appeal, and it's appeal, and it's appeal. I rest my case for the night. Y'all got me acting up. I rest my case for the night. Thank you so much. I know it was long, but I had to give you that information within the first hour. So that means I've been in the chats and the comments for 2 hours. See, Vestas, I appreciate you, every last one of you, each and every time. All I ask for, hit the like button, and thank you so much, okay? Until next time, make sure you go ahead and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we stay vested over here, 365 degrees at Tony Talks, Vested Up, compelling sports, edge, and law now. Why are they hiding the funeral and where the body? Because because YTs usually have stuff like this over the news. Oh, you're right. They didn't. Yeah, they would have had a funeral like Nolan Wells had a funeral today, right? You're right. You bring up a good question. We need to pick that up last time. We need to pick that up next time. Why didn't they have? If Pat Fallon, hold on, y'all. Hold. I said my ending too soon. If Pat Fallon, Lord Texas Flags, went crazy, unhinged about Austin Metcalf's death, why didn't they televise the funeral? We listen. We're gonna come back on that. We're gonna come back on that. Thank you so much, Pamela. We're gonna come back on that. Thank you so much, Pamela. Thank you. So the news, they were very quiet in the funeral. Thank you, Pamela. We're gonna thank you. You welcome. We welcome, Flo. We definitely appreciate you. I definitely appreciate y'all too. And let me know if you want to do that, okay? Let me know if you want to do that, okay? Within the next 2 weeks, let me know if you want to do that, okay? Be blessed, Miss Tony. You be blessed too, Rachel, and all the Vestas. Good night. Tanya, good night. Have a good night, and prayers up from Mellow. Miss Pamela Way, you taking us out tonight. Everybody stay vested up. And I will see you next time. Okay, Vestas. Whoo! You're dismissed.